know, getting that coke, getting that getting that COVID test in your booty is making you slow, right?
That wasn't an anal swab. That was just the nose and the throat.
Yeah, Cam was Cam. I was Cam. Was Cammy all right, Spike? She was talking about how scared she was. She all right? Is she okay?
Yeah, she was sweating. She's always sweating. I think she has a condition. She's always sweating. Her hands are always sweating. I don't know what condition that is, but she was all right. She did the test.
You know we shouldn't overlook that fecal test that they have for COVID at all,
Yeah.
because fecal transplants is one way that they can resolve autism in children. An actual fecal transplant. This is one of the successful methodologies that they utilize to reverse autism in newborn babies. They give them some of their
Damn, I didn't know
mother's
that.
feces. Yeah, the culture of the bacteria, it gets their brain back in line, right? Because your stomach has more brain cells than your actual brain got.
Brain. Yeah, that's what you.
I didn't know that.
That's what your immune system is and everything else. Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Uh, thank you so much that you've been attached to join us on the Africa Today show. This is a Black Hot Fire Network being on the 6th of April, the year 2021. We want to thank everyone that has been supporting the network, either also financially or also just sharing the links with everyone else. We get to understand that it's difficult for people to
If
find
you
us
guys,
on this.
if you guys, if you guys missed earlier, it's hard for
Hmm.
them to find us because they go Spikes went live as him and Carrie did their COVID test to go down to Tanzania.
Yeah.
Now I thought they were gonna have to do the anal test, but we found relief they didn't do like China. China doesn't do. I mean, Kenya doesn't do the anal test like China.
And that was there wasn't any anal test here. It's just putting that swab. What do you call it? There's then a swab
Wow,
into your
wow,
nostril, into your nose,
yeah.
yeah, and also
So
your throat. That is just how they do it. The PCR. It's called a PCR test. It's a PCR. Yeah, the PCR test. And we are ready
Well,
for
Nick,
Tanzania now. We are getting ready for Tanzania to go to Dar es Salaam. And I see Sister Stephanie Bosman. Thank you so much for joining us. And also Sister Lightberry saying a hi, family. Hi to you too. Brother Lando Winter says, greetings, family. What's up, brother Spikes, Keith, and Zoe. And I was wondering, Lando Winter, are you still going to be in Tanzania this particular April? Because I think you had said sometimes back you might be in Tanzania around the month of April.
yeah, they were asking
I'm not
me.
sure.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody was asking me, Lando,
Yeah.
Saturday during the little conference call, were you going to be in Tanzania? I said, well, I don't know. He said you're going to be there, so I guess everybody's asking, are you going to be in Tanzania with the family?
Yeah, because at some point he indicated he might be there around the 15th. So we do not know. But Orlando Winter, please do let us know. And Sean Scott is saying, good afternoon, Keith and Spikes. Brother Zoe, salute to the melanated family out there. Thank you so much, Sean Scott.
And like I
We are glad.
and,
Yeah,
and
go
like I
on.
told people, Friday, Saturday night, when it was that, if everything goes well, after Spikes gets back after we get Spikes and Joey back, family back from Ethiopia,
Hmm.
I'm gonna set up a trip to Brazil. Since Lando's from Brazil, I always say I ain't been to Brazil in I think it's been 8 years now. So set up a trip to northeast Brazil over there. All the beautiful black women at.
They say the biggest number of black people are in apart when you get out of the continent, the biggest number of black people you find
In
them in
Brazil.
Brazil, chilling and
Yeah,
doing. Yeah.
there's more Africans in Brazil than Kenya, more Africans in Brazil than Tanzania, more Africans in Brazil. Only place bigger than Brazil, I think, is Nigeria
Yeah,
and
Nigeria.
Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might even be bigger than
Or maybe the
Ethiopia, to tell you the
Congo.
truth.
I think
I
the
think it's bigger
Congo.
than the Congo. The funny part is that's where they stole them from, in the Angola Congo regions, where most majority of them came out of. That Angola Congolese region where the Portuguese stole them. But I'm sure Portuguese were on the east coast of Africa too, so I'm sure they got them out of
Hmm.
Tanzania, Kenya, Mozambique area as well.
And the
So
problem is the people in Brazil are still getting treated like it's even worse. We're talking about
yeah,
the cops
yeah,
killing
Brazil,
these black people
yeah,
in
Brazil's
Brazil.
still back. Brazil's getting shot up. I'm not telling you live in Brazil. I'm saying I'm not living in no damn Brazil getting shot in the face.
I remember there's
I'm
a time we
thinking,
shared a story of a woman whose son went missing. I think that the son was shot for
yeah,
nothing.
I think it's worse in Brazil than it's in America. Shit, Brazil.
Yep.
But but I did have a good time in Brazil. I didn't have no problems there. I'm just talking about what they go through. You know, Lando probably had his head smashed a couple times growing up there.
They do have they do say that the police brutality numbers are actually higher than in the States, but I do not
Hell
know. I
yes,
do not know.
hell yes, Spike. The racism in Brazil, oh man, it's palpable. I think it wasn't until the 20th century that there are a lot of black person. The end of the 20th century, a lot of black people on TV. Shit, the majority of the country is black. And hell, you be lucky if you find somebody black on TV that's not like bucking their eyes, looking crazy.
And they're actually saying that apart from the pandemic, right? They're saying apart from the pandemic right now, these police killings have continued to add on to the suffering of the people in Brazil. But nonetheless, the president there seems to be very, very much lax. I think at some point the people were comparing the president of Brazil to Donald Trump. He takes. I think he.
Yeah, because the Americans put him in power. They had a coup down there, and they put the right wing puppet in there. He's a puppet of the American government. That's what America does. They went down there and installed that puppet down there. So, that's what they do.
It's the same old behavior over and over, all around the planet. They do the same thing over and over. So, we can actually compare what they say, the burning of the library in Alexandria. We can compare that to when they invaded Iraq, and the first place they went to was the museum and the library to steal that damn that portal that they stole. Yeah, that gate.
Well, the portal.
Stargate.
Well, I don't know if they got the portal. People say they got the portal. I don't know. I think they were looking for it. You think they got? I don't know if they got it or not. I don't know if they got the Stargate.
Yeah,
they was looking for the portal.
There was some special forces that was there. They've already went on record to say that they put it on the back of a truck and they hauled it out of there. Some ex-military guys that was talking about that on the talk show I was listening to. They was all part of that operation.
I don't think you can move. I don't think it works unless it's in that certain. I don't think you can just take a portal and put it somewhere because the energetic magnetism of that area by the portal is in a certain area. I don't know if you can just pick it up and transfer it to DC and say, hit the button and open this portal.
No, that's what they're saying. It don't work unless it's where it's supposed to be. But they wanted to study it. The scientists wanted to study it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I gotta say, it don't work unless it's a certain part of energetic parts of the planet. And they wanted to also steal all those damn black antiquities so they can erase the black history of Sumer. They go in, steal the shit, erase it, and then say, these are white people.
Yeah, it's just like over in Egypt, NASA has taken over the Great Pyramid. And they got a giant facility over in Egypt right now. They're telling the locals that they're making aluminum when really they've discovered some new shit up in the Great Pyramid. They trying to shut it down so people don't have access to what they're doing in there. And it's so many things about the Great Pyramid that we don't even know that we take for granted. Like, for example, did you know that the Great Pyramid is a stone quantum computer? The actual pyramid itself is a quantum computer. We're sitting here thinking quantum computers are something new, that our ancestors already had this information, this technology. The Great Pyramid. It's at a 432 scale of the planet Earth, which goes back to 432 hertz frequencies. And in addition to that, when they built that structure, they incorporated the speed of light, the distance to the sun, the distance to the moon,
Yeah,
as
I
well
said
as
that.
all other celestial bodies in the sky. They use so many different things, but they incorporated all of it to work in synchronicity so they can actually create matter from the ether. So like you was talking about the pyramids being birthing chambers, that's how they were able to actually create new forms of life and create these other forms of mankind by
That's what I said.
incorporating all these different parameters of the universe and incorporating it into one stone structure or computer, and that's how they're able to do that. So now they're using the new quantum computers in addition to the old information and technology from antiquity to do the shit that they're doing now and fuck up the reality that we live in.
But that's what I said.
Um,
I said that on the 5 channels before this one. That made 5 channels before that. That was a birthing chamber. Also, it synchronizes light, where you got the vortex of light going in their female and masculine energy coming to a point where it vortexes itself into the top of that pyramid. I mean, as female and male energy comes together and conduces itself, combats itself, you can start creating all kind of shit. Start creating these crackers and all these fucking Asians and all this other shit. And
And
that's
and
why
another
NASA's
thing,
got control of it now. Go ahead.
they've located these things called X points. And so what X points are actual portals that open up all around the planet, and they teleport you directly to the sun or to other planets within the solar system. So what they're utilizing these quantum computers like a master lock, like a combination lock, where they're finding the exact combination to frequencies to be able to manipulate time and space. And that's what they're doing, playing around with all this different shit right now. And that's why I was
Zoe
saying
also
the
brought up about the area
time
view of
is
the
I think
Machu
we're
speeding
going
up
to
for them.
Picchu.
learn. Yeah, I think.
What did you say, Spikes?
No, I'm saying
Go ahead,
Zoe also
Spike. What
brought
you
up
say?
the area view of the Picchu face.
Oh
You
yeah,
wanted to make a commentary on the same.
this is another thing. Machu Picchu is a face looking up at the sky. The whole area was teleformed to look like a damn face looking up at the sky. The image that you got there, Spikes, you can see it. There's the nose, the eyes, the mouth, the lips, everything. So this is a mountain range that was carved to look like a face. Now imagine the technology you have to possess in order to carve an entire mountain range to look like a face looking up in the sky. They sit here, they got you looking at the
Of course.
Nazca lines and the
Right.
different animals around there. These motherfuckers did a whole damn mountain range.
Yeah, but you're talking about, because some of the advanced technology. Because we are advanced beings coming out the ether, coming from the spiritual down to the physical. That's why I shot Dr. Monroe. If you believe you're only here one time and you die and all that dumb shit, you got the mind of a child. You have the mind of a child. You are advanced beings. You go through a sleep period, but like just like the Nazca line, as I showed about 8, 9 months ago, the Nazca line, and that brother figured out too. Those are all nothing but constellations in this galaxy. They're all constellations, all of them. All those animals are star constellations. All those animals you see down there, ooh, what's the weird looking monkey with 8 tails? Those are star constellations. All of them, the star constellations. So you're talking about advanced technology because you can only see it from what? The sky. They said you'll be able to understand again once you be able to get flight again. That means you had flight. You go to sleep, you lose it, you become stupid. Once you begin to fly again, you'll be able to see the Nazca line. You can only see it from the air. So everything white people told you about history are lies because they're trying to compact themselves into it. They wasn't here. Those lies after lies after lies. And then the stuff that they do know, they try to put their face on you and pretend they're you. You got to relearn everything you learn. Everything I said, everything they taught you in school is a lie. Came from the Rockefeller Foundation. Your medical establishment, Rockefeller. Your school establishment, Rockefeller. Teach you how to dumb you down. To make sure you couldn't critically think. So if you go back to the old school board and the Rockefeller doctrine of making making the school system was to dumb you down. Make sure you couldn't critically think. To make sure you could only answer yay or nay. Be a worker bee for them, for the elite.
So I took this Egyptian mystery school class I was taking, and I had got some information from it that I wanted to share with y'all. So it was talking about the Zeb Tepi, right? So saying that the Zeb Tepi refers to the first time a remote epoch left Egypt. And it's the place of awakening and a place of forgetfulness. It is the beginning and the end of all and everything. It is the home and the creational forces, those who bend and shape realities through sound, light, and color. See, that right there is where I wanted to stop and focus on. So it says those who creational forces are those who bend light, shape, and sound and color. What is that referring to, family? Your television, the light, the shapes, the colors, the sound. Through those mechanisms, you can create reality, and you can augment a person's mentality and thinking. So this is what we're talking about. Televisions are for programming and indoctrination. The same thing is true for your cell phone. Watching these colors and these videos and shit on your cell phone, which ain't nothing but a television computer.
Yeah, but everything's mental. The universe is mental. So they get a hold of your subconscious mind and they portray images to you, and you feed that to your subconscious mind. You're now going to create that reality. That's why the music is more fucked up, to create a more fucked up reality. The universe is mental. First law of the universe is mentalism. What you see, what you believe is what your life is going to be. How you think, so shall it be. Mentalism. So they understood that's why you got all these fucked up billboards everywhere. You get the commercials, you get the subliminal messages in these TV shows. Hell, that's why they got every TV show you look, it's got somebody sucking dick or kissing another man. Like, oh, man, I can't even do TV.
That is what they want to normalize. That is what they want to normalize at the end of the day, and people should be very, very important because you are what you consume, either be it in terms of the food or also in terms of what you hear. Yeah, or in terms of what you watch as well.
If you see that all the time, you normalize it. Oh, ain't nothing wrong. That's normal now. Look at that. Cool. It's cool. It's cool to suck dick. Look at that. Man sucking another dick. It's cool. Hey, it's all right. It's everything is everything, man.
And I don't know how many have been to Peru and seen these Nazca lines, but it seems like also people.
Put images of the Nazca line.
I already have the images up. Let me share these. Let me share them again. I already had these images up.
I was looking at a movie this weekend, right? I did, and like everywhere you go, I was looking at that movie, that Stephen King movie, It Chapter 2, the second part. It's called It Chapter 2 with the killer clown. But it's part 2 when the kids are grown. And first he's seeing some two men kissing and hugging and rubbing. Like, what the fuck? What does this guy do with a killer clown, man? First part of the damn movie. Two goddamn crackers kissing and rubbing on each other. What does this guy do with a killer clown? They put this in everything just to they screwhorn that shit in there. Go ahead, Mike.
These are the Nazca lines. These are the last Nazca lines. I don't know if you can see my screen. I'm trying to share my screen.
Yes, it's screen. I see it. Yeah, these are Nazca lines. What you're seeing is you see strange animals and strange drawings what those are. Those are star constellations, right? Those are star constellations mapping out this galaxy, and that's a proven fact. So who did it? Huh? Had to be people that you think you don't know this, that you come from outer space. You come from out of this from off this planet. Black people come from off this planet, but no white people around. But these lines are put down, and you only can put them down from the air. I mean, only can see them from the air. And these are star constellations of this galaxy. It's a map. You got, and it is an intrinsic map at that. So it's brilliant. It's a brilliant map. Has anybody seen when I did on the network? I did a thing on the network about what 6-7 months ago when I just did on the network. I did it on YouTube. And showed it has a middle thing. It's a complete map of this galaxy. Shows you how to get there because you got the sun in the middle. It's a complete map. Because if you in the middle of the Nazca plain, you got the what they call that, the map part when you know called the symbol. It shows you the beginning how if you go here that leads you here, you go here that leads you to
the
what?
map key.
Yeah, the map key. So it's got the map key right in the middle of the plains over there, showing you if you go here, it goes here. It's showing you also what Zoe was talking about, the stargates on the planet. Shows you Iraq, shows you Kemet, shows you where these stargates on the planet. And you walk the stargate on the planet, it'll traject your ass somewhere to one of those Nazca plains, one of those star systems. Once you enter that stargate, boom. If you go this way, it take you there. Go this way, it take you there. Go this way, it take. We're talking about advanced physics, right? Advanced quantum physics on a galactic level. So they know tinfoil hat shit. And all this stuff messes up your goofy religion. Messes up your goofy Christianity. Messes up all your goofy Islam. And your goofy Hebrew nonsense. You are star beings. That's what you come from the universe. Especially if you're woolly headed. If you're not, if you got thick hair like a cracker, you come from an insect. You were made in that pyramid from an insect, Jack. With using light code. Using light code. Go ahead, so.
That's the problem. Because the individuals that come from insects are the ones that are in control right now and the purveyors of this knowledge. They're keeping us from getting access to it. They burying shit, they hiding shit, and then everything that they get, they utilize it for evil purposes. You know what I'm saying? Like energy is neither good nor evil. Energy is just energy. But because of these entities being evil in nature, everything that they do, they pervert to use for evil means. All forms of energy they use for evil.
Yep.
Yeah, Storm Down.
You gotta think about the catacombs under the Vatican of all the information that they've accumulated. The Vatican is the biggest library in the world. You can't even go into it. You can't even got to request to do certain things. You can't request to get everything that's in them catacombs underneath it. He's talking about mounds of manuscripts from the Moors, from the Kemet, from Nubia. All that stolen African information that tells you what the universe really is, how everything really works. And you're right. And these wicked bastards are all keeping that for themselves while they're giving you lies to keep us in a low vibration rate of state so they can keep their control of the planet. Go ahead, Spike.
No, just getting the comment from Storm Down. Storm Down, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast for today. The comment from Storm Down, he says, if the let me get a comment. Well, he says that I'm just wondering if when people say they created these as well, why can they manage it and tell masses what it is and what it means? I see that they do say that the Nazca lines were made in the 1st century CE, And even till today, no one knows
They
what
were
that
making
was
it.
about.
Listen. That's a lie too. It made no first
Mm,
century CE. All their dates are lies. But the facts, all their dates are lies. All of them.
mm,
They're before they were even, before they existed. Everything you see, like the Nazca lines, are ancient, 10,000 years plus. But what nobody here
mm,
but black people. So they're more even older than that. White people have to fuck up the time period so at least they were on the planet, on these ages on the planet. All this stuff is ancient. It's before they existed, right?
mm.
I'm sure that they act like they don't know. If I know, I'm telling you, they know what it is now. They know that those are star constellations. They're not gonna tell you, oh, we can't figure out what the Nazca planes are. They're not gonna tell you. They're gonna use it for their benefit. They'll come out and say, yeah, we figured out star constellations were put here 10,000 years ago. Well, who fucking did it then? See, these stories all the goofy religion. Religions are created by them for control. The next question, well, if it's been here, who did it? It wasn't them. We know biologically white people don't come on the planet till 7,000 years ago. Asians, 9. So who did it then? That becomes the next logical question. Who did it? I told you. So it wasn't no stone man. Didn't no stone man create Nazca planes? Didn't no stone man create Machu Picchu? So who did it?
No,
Oh,
that's
these
just like
niggas did it. Go ahead, though.
in Mexico City. There's over 800 pyramids in Mexico City. But what they did, what the Catholic Church did, they cut the top off of all the damn pyramids, and in their true parasitic nature, they built churches on top of them. The reason why is because
Yep.
those pyramids were constructed at the juncture of ley lines. So those are
Energetic point.
energetic
Energy
points.
point.
Exactly.
Energy point.
So they're using that energy to maintain this matrix against us. That type of shit. So the same energy that our ancestors discovered and the same energy our ancestors utilized by building pyramids to keep harmony and peace on this planet, this is what the
It was used
white
for.
man is using to keep chaos on the planet.
Exactly right. That's what those energetic ley lines were, to keep harmony. Keep harmony on the planet. And these are energetic ley lines. Also, that's why you got them in Asia, from China, all across the planet. And these are places of healing, places of also they resonated certain frequencies, right? Sound, tonal sound, because we heal through sound. So the pyramids resonated sound at certain frequencies. Like Zoe said, these pyramids they did so many things that we can't fathom because we're not really mentally astute right now to understand the building of them and all the benefits to their building thereof. It's astounding. It ain't just a bunch of blocks piled up on piled up, stacked one after another. Say, oh, this white people got, oh, this somebody's tomb. Ain't no fucking tomb, because you're dealing with a dumb
Oh,
cracker. This is somebody's tomb. It's a burial ground. Somebody buried up in there.
Spikes.
Yeah.
Spicy, could you look up this for me? This is right up. This is in Keith's neighborhood right here. Look up the Coral Castle.
I showed
Coral
that
Castle in
right
Florida.
here. Yeah, over in Miami. I showed Spike that 3 or 4 years ago. Forecast is over.
Yeah,
It's over
they
outside Miami.
and they utilized the same technology that they utilized to
Yeah.
build the pyramids. For this man he built this shit by himself. One man
Built it
that
by
weighed
himself.
120 pounds. He weighed 120 pounds. Didn't use
And
any
then
machinery, and all he
it,
did was anti-gravitics. He utilized anti-gravity technology to make these heavy multi-tons
uh,
pieces of coral damn near
not just
weightless,
that.
so he can
Not,
carry them.
not just that. Not just that. Not just that. When he thought people would find out what he did, he moved this shit piece by piece. These heavy ass blocks, he moved it. He moved it to where it is today. He moved to another part of Florida. I went to that part. That was another place. Now it used to be some other place. He moved. I found he moved it. We thought people would find out how he did the shit. He moved it. Oh, what you're seeing is what you're seeing. As I try to explain to people when I showed this 5 years ago, whatever. Remember I showed this shit. It's showing how one of us, a black light beam, can house itself in a cracker. That's what happened. Black light beam can house itself. I told you about a clone technology. They can house the spirit, the soul, into an avatar. That's real. So that was his jet coming back, showing you all this shit, how it was done, but he didn't show nobody how to do it. Go ahead, though.
An intricate part of how he did it involved whistling. He would whistle while he was holding a type of technology. The frequency of him whistling came together with that technology to make the shit damn near weightless.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, it's so much technology that we have been not let in on, that these motherfuckers know about, but they continue to utilize this shit. This is the type of technology they building these underground bases and shit with.
Yep, underground bases everywhere. And so you're talking about cymatics, fam. I told you this thing of sound and frequency. So, but I love the way they started spying on his ass. He uptook it and moved it down the road, another part of Florida down there, and I used to go there. I used to go like once every year, but I've been there some years. But it's fucking fascinating.
I think it's in Coral Gables now.
Yeah, Coral Gables.
But moving.
What you got? Easter Island right there.
Yeah, these are the images. And I was just wondering, some people who say that okay, these were just made and put. No, these are.
I already told you, African people built that. All the mountains around the planet.
I also get to think when it comes to the way they made their ears, there's the African people who like to put maybe some piercings or some holes in their ears. This will be something. This will be African. How the ears also have been put. These will also be how Africans have done it in the past. Getting to put some holes on their ears.
But these are tens of thousands of years old. So you talking about all the monolithic sites. Even though we showed that thing. But that white guy admitting it, that white French guy, I don't think they were built what he was saying, but they were built even older than that. But he did admit they're all black. I knew that. I visited some of them. All this shit is black people shit. The only people on the planet. Go ahead, Zoe.
And the fact that if you were to dig under this stuff, you're going to find more and more and more evidence of even more technology. And that's why they keep this shit buried. Because they know what's under these statues. It's way more under these statues and under these different sites. Like what's that one over in Turkey? Tepe, whatever. What's that shit?
Göbekli Tepe Temple. Spice got mad.
They said
got mad last year at me. Spice got mad at me. That's when you went here. So right with the other channel, Spice got mad at me. I said, Spice, put up Göbekli. Spice got mad.
Yeah, the video wasn't there. Keep kept on saying, pull up the video, pull up the video. The video was gone. They couldn't have kids using it as an example.
They took it down. That's why they monitored. That's right. I didn't know they monitored. They took it down.
Yeah, I remember when the president asking who made this? Maybe it was him, and they had one. It almost looked like a system.
No, they took that video down.
Yeah, they did.
I've been used. That video's gone. That video's gone. How that video just all of a sudden gone for the National Geographic? And I've been using and showing that black man told you who built it. I said, this black man built it. When they say, we don't know who built Göbekli Tepe Temple, and they walk past that big black man, that big statue, the black man there. We don't know who built it. That's the lying they do. So they know people were using it.
That's just
I'm sure other people copy me. I'm sure other people had copied me and showing the shit too. They took that shit down. Go ahead, though.
Well, they were saying that site in Turkey is only 10% uncovered. So it's a whole 90% of that shit that they got covered with dirt that they don't want to reveal because they know what's up under there. They know
Underground.
the truth is up under there.
Well, that's when they start. That's all. That's when them chambers they were cooking them crackers up in that. Because you cook them close to
He said, "What's the name? What's the name of that particular chamber those crackers were going in? The place that they were going to.
About.
The name is difficult. The name is the name that Zoe is looking for.
Go Tepe Tep. What that one?
Yeah, go Tepe. Just I think Akil has it.
Could you spell it for him, Keith?
Yeah.
Keith, you still there?
I don't know if we lost Keith.
Let me look it up, Spikes. Hold on.
Okay, yeah, because I think Shep who is asking for that. I think that Sister Monique was asking for the name of that. I hope that is what you are asking for, Sister Monique. I do not know the spelling. I just have Keith. Have me pull it up because I can't. I do not know where that particular one is. Let me get the comments from the family and Sankenon. It has been a minute since I saw the brother and Sankenon. I thank you so much for joining us on the show. You're saying what's the name of it again? Let's see Zoe can get up our kid.
Yeah, I got it right now. I'm about to put it in the chat.
Oh, okay. Brother Lando Winter, you're saying our sons can be manipulated when asked, you ask the right questions. That is what sick mind the European has done with the information. Yes, I agree with you. And yes, that is Gobi Ki Tepe. Let me put it. Let me just put it down for the family so that. It's a Gobi Ki Tepe Turkey.
And it's another thing in the Great Pyramid in Giza. There's actual pictures of tanks and airplanes and skyscrapers and all kind of shit inside the pyramid. That this is the kind of shit that they don't let us know. It's already in there. Our ancestors knew about all of this shit coming. They knew about all of it, and what they would tell you, the Egyptologists would tell you, is that someone went up there to on the ceiling and tampered with it to put those images in there. Like someone in the modern day era went up there and did that because the ancient Egyptians didn't know anything about submarines and tanks and airplanes. So I mean, this shit is so crazy. We have been lied to 360 degrees.
And of course, that is what happened when you put these Europeans are in charge of telling our history and what it was. Because I think one of the challenges with the African is that most of the things were not actually written down or put in those what do you call them? It wasn't really. It was written. Some of them did write it on the walls of temples and other different places, but most of it really wasn't written. And therefore, I think that is where we lost most of it. Because I think at some point they thought it was not really necessary to write it. Maybe, perhaps. I do not know why it wasn't written as much. But I want to get the comments from the family. I see Sanginana, you saying thanks, so. And Sister Monique Kido was talking about the Coral Castle in Miami. I think that is what Zone mentioned a little bit earlier, also, if you're asking for that. And Landa Winter says the planet is in a regressive state because of the birthday science and technology being applied to the atmosphere by the sick mind of the Europeans. Yes, I agree with you 100%, Brother Lando Winter. And Zeno Mosquito. You're asking, isn't those pyramids cute? They be saying. I saw a comment here down here by Ansankino, and this is 100% also correct. You're saying you never seen any ancient statue with a long pointed dog nose. They actually blow up the noses to try and make it seem as if this was them. And we already know they'll try and turn around the history and own it, and they will try to be everyone else right here. Nonetheless, we shall take a small deviation from that. I wanted to really touch on what has been happening with the case of George Floyd. We shall be talking also other matters, and also as well as matters of historical significance, and also owning up to owning our own history. There is sometimes back we talked about, the problem with black men. getting to also date these white women, because when things go all the way down south, you will find these particular women also staying on code, and they will actually stay on code and support whatever other kind of a mission that is being pushed by these the white supremacists. Right now, as it is, there is a story, there is a testimony really that was being given by Courtney Rose when she took the stand, and she was one of the witnesses in this particular case, and she was saying that she has been working very, very hard with. She was working very, very hard with George Floyd to with the addiction struggle. They were actually he was trying to get him back on his feet when he was going on.
Opioid addiction had nothing. His opioid addiction has nothing to do with why a man put his damn neck on his knee on his neck and killed him. Only black people always are made to be criminalized when white people kill us. Every time they kill us, they want to criminalize our ass. With Trayvon Martin, with even little Tamir Rice, they tried to criminalize him, but didn't work. Oh, did he miss some days in school at 12 years old? Yeah, he deserved to be shot in the face because he missed a few days in school. They always want to criminalize us. But with this fake ass Asian shit, you're not seeing nobody's background being dug up with these Asians. Right? It's only black people. George Floyd has struggled with opioid addiction. What the fuck does that got to do with somebody smashing my goddamn vocal cords, my neck pipe, my damn windpipe? Absolutely nothing. But that's the MO they get of black people over and over and over again. Go ahead, Zoe.
I was just saying, if you really think about how much force that is, now, when you have a small point of focus and you got entire body weight on it, that's a lot of pounds per square inch. That's a lot of pounds per square inch on that, where his knee was at on his neck. Because that's all his body weight on that one kneecap on his neck.
Yep.
And it's all over. Right now, they're trying that. Of course, the defense is trying to say, the George Floyd had died because of the overdose, and now they will try to tie this in together with the addiction, and that is why. Because the girlfriend was saying that Derek, the Courtney, her name is Courtney Ross, said that Floyd had been clean for a while after she took him. This is what they always do. After she took him to hospital, she was a savior here, and she took him to hospital. And when he overdosed, but then he started using again about 2 weeks before his arrest. His arrest was done by Derek Chauvin, a former this cop that killed him. They're now saying the Courtney Rose did her best. She took him to hospital.
How's that relevant? You know, the damn prosecuting attorney should have said, you know, Judge, how's this relevant? Huh? How's this relevant to the case? And the judge supposed to say, yeah, sustained. Not over. They overruled. I'm sure you guys say this is not even relevant. This has no pertinency to the evidence of the case. Whether I don't care if the motherfucker was smoking fucking a hand-fried turkey sandwich. The hell's that got to do with pressure on my goddamn neck? Mother me to death. Absolutely nothing.
What this woman is doing is just trying to help the defense. This woman is just trying to help Derek Chauvin, you know, get Derek Chauvin, because they would say that Derek Chauvin was killed because he had opioids. And this woman now comes up and said, yes, he was overdosing on opioids, and even on this day I was helping him, and he took some opioids and ran away from home, and all this is nonsense. And I took him to hospital last week. Yeah.
When
it's not relevant. Go ahead,
when the chief of police. When the chief of police took the stand and gave the testimony that Derek Chauvin did not follow procedure with what he did, putting that knee on his neck, that means this shit should be open and shut right then and there. And motherfucking, they need to go ahead and go to making some type of judgment on this dude. The chief himself already said he didn't follow policy. So what else is there to know?
It's a know that this is a nigga. This is a no good, dirty black nigga. So we gotta soil his character. We gotta tell you he was a drug addict. He beat his mama. He stole $10 from his grandma when he was a child, and then he slapped his sister before he went out to go smoke his dope. That's what. Oh my God. So it was right to smug goddamn neck.
But they will come. They will
That's
dig
what
up.
they doing.
They will dig up on everything. Even Ahmad Aubrey, they tried, saying that he had some other different incidences where he was also, he was involved in some other things, and they were trying to demonize him. That is exactly what they do, and we
He
have also
told
seen.
he told the illegal immigrant, "Fuck you, go back to Mexico, you wet back." Oh my God! Oh, did he say that? Yeah, he told an illegal alien, "Go back to Mexico, wet back." Well, damn, he deserved to die.
That is a kind of a thing they will try to do, dig up on your story, and then come up and say, "We are told you already." He was also a man who has also been involved in other separate incidences. Lightbearer say Natuba just hit you. You say Natubas. Um, you say Natubas just hit my car window. I don't know what
Who in
that
the
symbol
car
is.
window?
Oh, she
No,
said
that
two
is.
two birds hit her car window while she was listening.
I don't know what.
Did y'all hear
There
about
was
this
someone.
shit?
There was
That's the
someone who
magnetic.
did Jesus.
That's the magnetic field, like there. They after you, girl. They after you. They listen.
That's no. There
The
was
movie.
there was someone who did a Jesus song, and he was asking, "Please, Lord, give me a sign." That is DMX, and that is a sign right there, Sister
Oh,
Light Bearer.
Hey,
DMX is dead. DMX is dead and stinking with his dumb ass. He gonna be out of
what?
here.
I don't know, man. They talking about he doing better. It's so many
Damn,
mixed
he is.
reports on this. Yeah, they say he
What?
doing better. They had a
I,
prayer
I heard
visual
it. Damn.
with
I heard he
like
had no brain.
1,200.
He had. Damn. Okay. He had a
What
prayer. I heard he had no brain. No brain.
activity?
Function. Yeah, activity.
Vegetable
Yeah.
state, vegetative state, vegetative state.
What did you
He
say?
prayed to white
That is what
Jesus.
the ex-manager
And
says. He is in a vegetative.
he
Okay.
prayed to white Jesus and said, "Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside."
Did y'all hear about that Kevin
The
that
brother
Kevin
has done
Durant?
a few.
Did y'all hear about that Kevin Durant Michael Rappaport situation?
Yeah, I see. I don't think some about
No,
they were talking
you
shit.
can.
Yeah,
Go
they
ahead. Go
talking
ahead. I
shit
gotta
to
answer
each.
this call.
They talking shit back and forth to each other. And Kevin Durant says something to Michael Rappaport. You know who Michael Rappaport is, Spikes?
No, I just know Kevin Durant. I don't know
Okay,
Michael. I don't know the other guy you're talking about.
Michael Rappaport is a white dude that try to act like he black. He got a black wife and all this shit, so he think he
Yeah.
black. He walk around with all this yo, what's up, word to the mother, all this old type of shit. He's an actor. He was in the movie. He's
That's
been in
Michael
several
Wahlberg.
movies.
That's like a Michael Wahlberg. What to your mother? Just like a Michael Wahlberg.
Exactly, just like
What to your
Michael
mother? Just like a
Wahlberg
Michael
and
Wahlberg on his South Korea.
exactly, and
Yeah.
all these other white boys. So anyway, him and Kevin Durant are going back
Yeah.
and forth talking shit. Michael Rappaport, this is a discreet message between the two of them in the DM. Michael Rappaport posted the shit to make it public. Now Kevin Durant got a $50,000 fine from the NBA, which lets you know, black men, I don't give a damn who and what you work for, you are not free if you're not working for yourself. You're working for these corporations, these different corporations. You have to stick to the line and speak only what they tell you to speak. If you don't, then your ass will get fined. That's just like this Paul Pierce the other day. He goes on Instagram with a bunch of strippers, him and his friends having like a little bachelor party. They done fired him off of ESPN for doing that. You know, he's on his own personal time.
Damn.
He's a grown man doing whatever he want to do, but because of him doing whatever he did, ESPN fired him off of that.
That is when you get back to the whole issue of ownership. People, you find everyone else are working, and we do not really have ownership on anything, and therefore you have to be told what to do, when to do it, how to go about it, and if you off the line, just like we did have what do you call him? This guy that does Wild and Out. Wild and Out also, he was told he
Nick
cannot speak
Cannon,
on. Yeah, Nick
Nick
Cannon,
bitch
he
ass
cannot speak
Cannon.
on. Yeah, you cannot speak on the Jews like that because you actually you not own anything here. And he went on saying, "I have to sue." You will not get anything from the suing. I think even you'll not get anything from that as well. But nonetheless, I wanted to share this video briefly. There's a video that also came up recently. I'm not really sure how recent this one is, but there was some black women that have been kicked out of this particular Asian restaurant, and they were kicked out. There was an Asian, the Asian restaurant owner decided to call the cops on black women for
Oh
changing
yeah,
their meals. That is
I
what they
seen
did,
this.
and
I
what happened eventually?
I
What
saw this.
happened? Yeah,
Yeah, this is them
what
attack.
happened eventually?
This is
What
the
happened
Asians.
eventually is that a black cop
Yeah.
actually.
What do we call the Asians when they act like
Uh,
a Karen? What is it? What is the Asian name of a Karen? The Asian Karen. What we call them? A Chung Lee or
I'm trying
something?
to remember. I'm trying
They
to
pulled a
remember. I saw
Chung
that
Lee.
one someplace.
See what happened in this situation? This sister
I'm trying
ordered
to
a
remember.
dessert. She ordered a dessert. Her and her homegirl, they ordered their meal, and then they ordered dessert. The dessert came. The dessert had a sour taste to it that made her sick because it wasn't sweet. It was
Yeah.
sour, and she tried to
Mm.
get it exchanged. They wouldn't exchange it, so she was like, "Well, I don't want it." And that's when they called the police, trying to say she was trying to leave without paying her bill when the girl had already paid for her meal and just wanted to get the dessert exchanged to something she could eat.
It was actually a cake. It was actually a cake. It wasn't a, yeah, it was actually a cake. And she said it was making her sick, but now they wanted to call, they called the
I
cops on
don't feel
her.
sorry
And
for her ass. I don't
yeah,
feel
I
sorry for
also
her.
do
Get
not feel,
their ass
I
out of
also do
there.
not feel the same because they're taking their money to these Asians all the other time.
Yeah, you can take
From
exactly. You
the
can
from
take
the
your money. You can take your money now. Oh, it's so embarrassing. I hope they would have locked
Mm.
your stupid ass up. Told you
Mm.
stay your told you stay your ass out of there. I wish they would have locked your dumb ass up.
Yeah,
Get no sympathy
that's
for
what
me.
happened. All these niggas trying to be multicultural and accepting of these other people. These other people don't accept your dumb ass, motherfucker. What are you talking about?
Exactly
Stop
right.
Asian hate. When I hear the phrase "stop Asian hate," I'm like, well, where's the rest of that? It should be "stop Asian hating from hating on black people." That's what it really should be. Stop Asians from hating on
Exactly,
black people.
exactly right. Because that's all the Asian hate you see them hating on us. It's so embarrassing. I just wanted to take my meal back because the food was nasty. Hey, well, yeah, bitch, is what we're thinking about. Give us your money and get your black ass out of here. You don't mind being disrespected. Don't make no spectacle about it, dummy. I wish they would have locked your ass up. That's what I want to happen.
Yeah.
I want you black women that are off code, that are traitorous to the race to get that work. I want you to get it because you know by now that they set up a fake propaganda campaign against your people and you don't give a shit about it. So, we don't give a shit about you.
Yeah, see what happened in that situation. I can bet you every damn dollar in my wallet. That little biracial chick thought that the shit that black people was experiencing with Asians didn't apply to her because she was a mulatto or some shit because she light skinned and she got a little white blood in her. So she thought she could go up in there and she might even be half Asian. She looked like she might be mixed with either Asian or white. But the thing is, she thought that shit would trump her over her being black. But no, no, no. They see you as a nigga that's coming in there to steal and rob. Period, point blank.
So, and no matter how kind and forthcoming you were, oh please, this doesn't taste right to my palate. It's kind of it just doesn't taste right to my palate. Can I please exchange it? No, you black bitch, you put your nasty tongue on it. Now what you can do is buy another one. You can buy you another one, but no, we're not gonna exchange it. You've already tried it, so you can buy another one. If you don't, you know, we just call the law on your stupid ass. I mean, call the police because this goofy broad wouldn't exchange a dessert.
And she
That's
talking
how
about
bad.
She talking about how embarrassed she was. I wonder how embarrassed she would have been if they would have wrapped her ass upside her neck with that damn billy club.
All right. It's so embarrassing. The humanity, the shame. I just want to change my desserts. Why are you Asians doing this to me? Because we don't like you, bitch. You ain't got the memo yet? Stay your funky ass out of there. Oh, we lost Spike. Damn. Um, you know, it's too late in the day for these brain dead idiots. That's the big crime. These whites and these Asians trying to set a whole death rattle for black people with this fake Asian hate shit. And they've been consistently beating that drum for over a month now. Consistently beating that drum. And like Zoe said, should be saying, stop Asian hate of black people. Asian hate.
Yeah, I read
But
about.
people
I read a
don't know
story.
about it. They would. Go.
I was just saying this morning. I read a story
Go ahead, Joe.
on Yahoo News. They were trying to say that some whole family got wiped out. They were trying to first say it was Asian hate that killed the whole family, right? They're saying 6 members of a family were killed in a suspected Asian hate crime. So then they looked into the shit further, found out it was the 2 brothers, one 19, the other one 22. They had a suicide pact to kill everybody in their family and then kill themselves. But because they come from Bangladesh or somewhere, they was trying to say it was an Asian hate crime. But so what happens now? When we gonna start saying the phrase "Stop Asian on hate crime"? Asian on Asian murder.
We
You pixelating, Keith.
I'm messing. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm just saying it's just so crazy. The way that they trying to shape this up, we damned if we do, we damned if we don't. And like I said from the beginning, we have to take in consideration how much of this shit is Kamala Harris's revenge on the black community for the motherfucker for us not accepting her dumb ass shit when she tried to run for president.
Well, she said she's
'Cause
Asian now. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, you good now.
Am I still bad? All right.
You
So
good.
we need to distinguish Asian. We need to distinguish what Asian on Asian hate crime. Are we talking about the Oriental Asians? We mean the damn Asian like the Chinese and the Japanese kind of Asian, or do we mean the East Indian Asians? First, be specific. Asian you're talking about.
You
And the
you breaking
Chinese
up
that
again.
can't stand the East Indian. Oh shit.
You got to say that all over again. The Chinese that can't stand the East Indian came in clear, but everything before that was pixelating.
Damn. How about now? Can you hear me now?
You good now. Say what you were saying again.
Uh, all right. Like I said, they need to be specific to define the Asian hate shit because you got the East Indian Asian who hates the Oriental Asian or the Han Chinese looking motherfuckers, right? They're fighting a war now in Asia. So spare me with the Asian hate shit when the Asians don't even like each other. Asians
Exactly.
don't even get along.
And they don't get along within their own groups. Even the Orientals don't get along with each other. And even
Nah.
the motherfuckers, the Indians and the Pakistanis and all them motherfuckers don't get along with each
Nope.
other.
Sure don't. Indians and Pakistanis, when they get over here, they get on code against us. But right, Zoe's right. And they're both Indian motherfuckers. Because of the religion, that's where you got the term Pakistani, right? Pakis are really Indians, but they broke off the country because those were Islamic Indians who didn't want to be lumped in with the Hindu Indians. So they created their own country. And them motherfuckers can't stand one another. They've been to war like 5 times. So, and also the Bangladeshi Indians don't like the Nepalian Indian. Nepalian Indian don't like the Sri Lankan motherfucker. Go ahead, so.
I was just saying, where do like the Pashtun or whatever the motherfuckers like from Afghanistan, where do they fall into that shit?
You talk about the Pashtun. The Pashtun, that's Afghani. Those are not. Those are more. Those would be more like Turkmen. What you call the fake Iranian motherfucker today.
Okay. So basically, what we're looking at, family, is one big ass ball of confusion, and we know who operates utilizing confusion. White supremacy. White supremacy causes confusion so they can manipulate all of the parameters and keep everybody under the 8 ball. We too busy trying to see what's up, what's down, where's left, where's right. We don't even know what's north, what true north is no more. We don't even know why the hell this river, the Nile River, is the only river on the earth that supposedly flows backwards. Not even thinking that the damn country is upside down, the map is upside down, the river flowing right, motherfuckers. It's the map that ain't right.
Actually, it is. You're right. Actually, it is flowing right. You better never get spikes for good, I guess. Exactly. That's the truth. But you know, so you got the Paki. Those are really Turks. The people call themselves Iranian, call themselves Persian. The blacks were Persians, not these white crackers. Understand? You got an invasion of a culture and identity theft going on. Like when I told you, we look at the Cambodian today and the Vietnamese. Those are African lands. China was African. Those are Han Chinese mixed in with the cracker that conquered them. They conquered the indigenous black people, wiped them out. The Khmer Empire, which were Africans, is where all your monuments are African. And that's why you had the Pashtun over in Afghanistan blowing up all the black Buddha. Oh, what's against our religion? Get the fuck out of here. Those things were antiquities. Those damn giant Buddhas, they all blew them up because they were black. They didn't blow up all them ancient ass statues because they were against their Islam. The statues ain't bothering nobody.
And you notice
they carved inside of the damn mountain.
You notice none of these quote unquote Buddhist nations came to the defense of those statues being destroyed neither. See, this is what I'm saying. The reason why is because they knew that wasn't their ancestors. They knew that they had no direct connection to that shit. All they did was steal the religion or the spiritual system that was developed by those individuals. That's all they did. They have no direct connection.
Oh, then you're right. You're right. I ain't hear nobody. I ain't hear none of these Asian protesters blowing up all them Buddhas up in Afghanistan. Not one damn peep. Those things are thousands of years old. Thousands of years old. At least 2,000 plus years. At least 2,000 plus. I hear not a peep with them fucking no-good, dirty-ass Pashtun bastards. Oh, they're blowing up antiquity. Blowing up history.
And what we have to really pay attention to is that the white man and all of these hybrids are true historian revisionists. They revisionize history to where if you don't know the true history, your ass is lost in the sauce. Period, point blank.
Because you won't, like Zoe said, you won't know that Cambodia was a black land, Vietnam was a black land, Thailand was a black land. They whitewashed them with these fucking Han Chinese that you see today. Those are invaders. Mixed in with the Europeans, the French, who took control back in the 19th century. The inbred, what you see is a fucking mulatto or a Han Chinese. Those are not the indigenous people of Cambodia, of Vietnam, of Laos, of Thailand. That's why all the statues, but when you look at Angkor Wat, you wonder why it's all black and you got no understanding because that was a black country, a black empire. Was no fucking slanted-eyed, yellow-faced motherfuckers over there. That's a recent occurrence. So they'll go back and show their ancient history with these Han Chinese-looking motherfuckers. Those are all lies. All lies. And the funny part about it is collusion because the Chinese motherfuckers, who you call the Vietnamese, same people, or the damn Laotians, Thailandians, Cambodians, they're all complicit with the lie. Because they want to say they was there the whole time when they were not. They're Han Chinese.
And what Keith just said, let me just tell y'all the backside of what Keith just said, because long time ago when I was in high school, I had people that I went to school with that was Korean. I had people that I went to school with that was Vietnamese. I had people that I went to school with that was Chinese. And I asked each and every last one of them, where did your ancestors come from? Now, the Vietnamese said, our ancestors came from China. The Japanese said the same thing. The Vietnamese, all of them admitted that they all are Chinese in origin. Every last one of them said their ancestors came from China.
Yeah, Han Chinese. They're Han Chinese. They're not the original inhabitants. That's what I tell you. You know, it's where these people come from. You think those people now just on the land now, you think that's their ancestral place. It's not. Vietnamese today, you look at that looks like a Chinese motherfucker is a Chinese motherfucker. And Han Chinese, they'll call themselves Vietnamese, Laotian, Burman, Thailandian, Cambodian, Korean. Those are fucking Han Chinese who wiped out African people. And when the African don't know his history, especially like you got over in today right now in Zambia, now they gotta fight. Now they about to fight these Chinese because they're not fed up with their ass. You think these people are your friend because you don't know no fucking world history. You're caught up in goopy ass religions that's not historical. That you've always had a problem with this fucking Asian, this Han wiping you out, or this Caucasian wiping you out. And you have not acted accordingly. Your behavior has been inappropriate. And it's cost you civilization after civilization after civilization. You say, well, where are these black people at? They were wiped out. Wiped out. Years ago, the guy said, hey, he said, you know, black people built this. I said, yeah, I can see from all the black faces. You ain't got to tell me. I don't need nobody no cracker to lie to me. This little Asian guy said, I said, we have no black people. Man, they wiped out. They wiped out. Because you never hear that in history. I said, what, they wiped out? Yeah, they wiped out. Wiped them out. Wiped them out.
And we have to understand why it is important for this stuff not to be taught in history. It's not taught in history because if you was taught this shit in history, you would be on game that these are your open enemies, and you would be already prepared for it. Yeah, you would have generation after generation after generation of knowing who your enemy is and being prepared for your enemy and building up for whenever this conflict is inevitable. Exactly. Ring match. You know, but instead they sit there telling you, oh, everyone was one loving family. We're all friends. And you guys came here seeking new opportunities of employment and all this old bullshit instead of telling us the truth.
Yep. New opportunity. Seeking new opportunities of employment. Yeah. opportunity to wipe your ass off the face of the earth.
So I see what Unsunken ones say.
What do you say?
They
I can't see
all
it.
he was saying, he was telling Asia that they all bang on China, especially Japan. That's true, but you ain't heard shit about
Oh,
no division over
oh,
here when they talking
oh,
about stop Asian.
yeah, they're together, exactly, all together.
Exactly.
Only the Japanese, the Vietnamese, we don't bang on them because they hunt. The Japanese don't believe they came from no fucking China. You won't get the Japanese to say they came from no China, and mostly they did not. Some of the culture, and that's all African culture too. The Chinese culture you see, think is that didn't come from them. They inherited that from the African. That's not their shit either. But you're not allowed to say the truth. Because remember, I told you, China was African. That culture was African. So these cultures, you think that, oh, this is Chinese culture. What no fucking. The Han is a goddamn barbarian. Not his culture. Right? You understand? The Caucasian was a barbarian. These cultures came from African people. Then they wiped them out. After you humanize a motherfucking animal, then you get wiped out. Because you had inappropriate behavior with people you understand we're going to wipe your ass out. They didn't practice no brotherly love with you. Seeking better opportunities. But Japanese is a mixture of a hodgepodge of African and Asian and some other shit, indigenous shit. So he won't claim China. Uh,
How did they get the status of one of the 13 ruling families?
so you talking about the Japanese?
Yeah, isn't the Japanese royal
Yeah,
family or some shit one of the 13 ruling
yeah,
families?
yeah, because the Japanese are considered the white man of Asia,
Okay.
not the Chinese. The Japanese are considered the white man of Asia, and like I said, they all got the same blood type anyway. About created, we can't go deep on this shit. I go deep on the network. We're talking now. We gotta go back into the damn Rh negative gene pool. All those shows me he did 4 years ago. Damn, 3 4 years. We gotta go back into the genome and see why they would be considered a 13th family because it means they're easily possessed by these other, which we call interdimensional beings, right? If you understand the universe and how things really work, you're not an idiot. You understand you have other dimensions. And if I create a bloodline that makes it applicable for me to house low vibrational beings within your avatar, that's why now you would be accepted into one of those 13 ruling families, or 14, starting from the Jesuits on up to the British family and the Rothschilds and all these other motherfuckers, which I said, which we call blue bloods coming from that fucking octopus, right? That octopus. He said, well, why is that octopus, telepath? I had to start going into that again. When Zoe said he was telepath, he's right. I was like, and then I understood, oh, that fucking octopus is connected almost straight to the ether when they created that motherfucking thing. So understand, everything is light. Everything is light, family, light genome. And so you take everything from the light and to make it physical, a certain process you would do. And so that's why these motherfuckers are a little more telepathic, these damn ruling elite, so they can see a lot of people's next move.
And, in
And they were
addition to
given that
that,
on purpose. Go ahead, though.
so I just wanted to say that the past, the present, and the future, they all exist simultaneously. So it's different streams of frequency, just like different radio waves, different radio channels, 99.7, 99.8, 99.9. They're all radio frequencies, but they all exist in that 99 range. So same thing is true for the future, the present, and the past. So when individuals have telepathy or the ability to see the future or different future events. It's just they have they're more in tune. Just like black people can dance when we hear a
On
beat,
to
certain entities and certain creatures are more in tune with that frequency of reality. Just like we in tune with beats, they in tune with time.
and so that's why you can understand why they wanted to keep that bloodline pure. Why you had the Moors said they were coming in to destroy that bloodline. So that's why they were sleeping with white women. They were trying to put melanin and to put melanin within that white body frame made it harder for them to house what you would call demons or low vibrational beings within that avatar as it reincarnated back to the planet. It would change the bloodline. It would fuck it up. And so that's why they always make sure you better not sleep with nobody black. You better keep the bloodline pure. The reason about that so they can house demons. That's why the cracker was created. And the Asian was created to house demons in these motherfuckers. No vibrational beings. I want you to understand this scientifically. That's why the blood is copper based and yours is iron. That's why it's RH negative coming from that fucking octopus. Why the blue when they say blue blood. Octopus has blue blood, has that big head, and so that's why I had to go back and rethink why they had the elongated head. It started with the Armenian family, Armenian family of Kemet, with Akhenaten, and that's why they killed King Tut ass. They knew he was one of these fucking things. They murdered his ass. They wanted to murder the whole family. But they did murder the whole family. Because they knew they would be in the house with these entities. And they always take their blue blood back to that family in Kemet. I said, that's black it can be. I just couldn't understand about him being a fucking clone, housing a light being in his ass. All right. The blue blood shit goes back to Akhenaten. But I was just trying to claim Kemet as theirs, but no. That's where it starts from. That's why his head's all fucked up like an octopus.
So let me ask you this, Keith. Do you think the same thing would be true for what was the name of the scientist that they said that they created the white man?
Oh, you talking about that goofy ass fucking NOI shit? That fucking big head
Yakub.
scientist nonsense. The Yakub shit?
Yakub.
No.
So, but I'm
No.
saying, so what going back to what you was just saying, talking about King Tut having that big head, but then you go to Yakub having the big head. Could
I
it
think
been that Yakub was one of those things just like King Tut?
I think nah. I think the mythology of it got crossed somewhere with some fact got mixed with some fiction. You know, we like the first laugh at big head scientists laugh at that crazy shit. And you find there is some moments in the big head. Big head thing is, well, unless you say, because he wasn't a human being, you gotta say these. See, if I start doing that, I'm gonna start blowing people's mind. I gotta be able to prove. I gotta be able to prove everything I teach you guys. So we're talking about these. Okay, we're talking about the European is nothing more than a great ape, the big fucking head. That's what you got the entity which you call Jehovah, Enlil, Yahweh, whatever. He's the one creating these motherfucking things. He's really your devil. The one that you got worshiping as a god, he's the fucking devil. That's why the earth is hell on earth is your real hell. So he creates these entities to do his bidding as far as genetic manipulation. So what you got is a family war coming from the star system, Sirius. You got a family war. What they say from Ink Guy and Enlil, right? Who they made Inky Lucifer, which is a lie. He's the light bringer. It's what you get later on with the goofy Bible. But these entities really exist. The black people who are able to go interdimensional. This is real. Like when I showed that fucking flying saucer coming out the water that helicopter was showing. That's real. It's not a goddamn a hologram or an illusion, right? So it's saying they're fighting to see who's going to rule this galaxy. And so you got one entity set up all these fake religions to worship it because it's delving under a lower vibrational entity who actually built this whole existence, this whole holographic universe we in. This whole existence was built by a lower being. And so they were supposed to come here and wipe out the energy because it was disrupting the rest of the galaxy. I guess one got caught up with power and wanted to be worshipped and all this old crazy shit. And so somehow we lost that war and we felt somehow the vibrational rate of the planet changed and caught us in a reincarnation state where we're locked in this bitch. And so he uses us to feed this fucking thing. To feed what you call Ogun, as Dogon called Ogun, or the Gnostics called it Yaldabaoth. So he uses us, so Yahweh uses us to feed this fucking thing. To recycle our energy because it is unplugged. As I showed you guys the Brooklyn current, everything is plugged back to the true all. Everything. And so these things are unplugged. This thing is unplugged. So it feeds on our energy. So that's why it just recycles our ass. You die, you come back, die, come back, die. Your energy is constantly being recycled.
And you know what you're saying about this being hell, it truly makes sense because only in hell would you be able to see the manifestations of demonic activity that we do see within this realm, but also remembering that the lower dimension from here with that red spectrum on the night vision, you wouldn't be able to see no demons in heaven. Ain't no demons in heaven. You can see demons right here where we at.
For those time, if you guys missed that show, he's on the smaller channels. We did the thing showing about the red spectrum, how the military created night vision goggles, but they didn't realize what spectrum they were putting it in. They put it in the red spectrum, which is a lower dimension, and it was all hellish and shit. Like, oh shit. People just start shooting all wildly and shit. Start committing suicide, jumping out of planes. Exactly right. We wouldn't be able to see. They just, hey, we gotta get rid of these goggles. This shit. And that's a true story. That's real. See, that stuff they don't like to mention. That's real. Because you don't want to know that you're in hell. So the only reason why you know you're in the lower vibration is because white people and Asians are here. They're unmelanated. That's the reason why the Moors was going in and put melanin in all these motherfuckers. Because they can house low vibration. That's why they were created. Yahweh created these motherfuckers. When you talk about them getting alien abducted and all this old shit, or going to the steps, that's them creating these motherfuckers. Understand? To house consciousness within the avatar. That science exists. That's why they're so fucking wicked. You don't understand why they're so wicked. Why is a psychopath? Because they're low vibration. So as we said, vibration rate was changing now, right? You're closer to the magnetic center than you thought. The magnetic center of the galaxy than they thought they were. That's why they chemtrail in the sky, so you can't sun gaze. That's why they jam on the food, keep this shit in a lower vibrational dimension. You should be able to see all the signs. If you're not done,
And right now, Bill Gates is trying to block out the sun. All around the planet, Bill Gates is trying to block the sun out. They're trying to cut us off from this information that we receive in this upgrade that's gonna turn our junk DNA and turn it online. And basically we're nothing more than software. We're organic software. We're biological organic software. And the sun gives us our program. And we can upgrade, but they're trying to keep us from upgrade. They're trying to keep us on some Windows shit from 1995 and 2021.
Because they need your energy. Remember, everything what you see is illusion. You're nothing but energy. You're light beam. You know, you got to become a light war. And Bill Gates, I showed you guys when I did one of the shows on the network. Bill Gates is one of those fucking things, right? Not a human being. That's a demon. It's a demon sitting in his ass. That's a fact. That's what they got running the world. All these bloodlines come to bloodlines. These bloodlines y'all would create so it can house low vibrational beings in it easily. That's why the genetics are what they are. That's why they're RH negative. That's why they blue-blooded. That's why it's copper-based, sulfuric-based, low vibration. That's the kind of consciousness I can house within this fucking thing. That's why the planet's so wicked. You go look up everything. So you got to come from a place of science first to understand it. Wait up, but you don't get lost in science fiction. So when they tell you the people that's why you're never allowed to know the truth. Because Yahweh runs this planet through these wicked motherfuckers. And since they control all the levels of information, everything is propaganda and lies. You're not allowed to know the truth. All propaganda. Spaceships are crazy. It's weird. But too much information now. They're being seen every goddamn where because the vibration is changing. I deal that you can be childish and think you live in an infinite universe and you only person on an infinite universe. It's like you being the only pebble of sand on all the beaches on this planet. And it's idiotic. It's childlike. When you go outside and look into the universe, you think you're the only thing that exists. That's what they got you believing. Absolutely insanity.
Yeah,
and you're not.
Stupid. They keep
stupid.
You stuck on stupid.
Beyond.
Yeah.
Just on the laws of statistics alone, you know that's an improbability. Just in this one galaxy, a billion of Earth-like planets, billion in this one galaxy, billion. Now we're not talking about all the infinite galaxies in the universe, just our galaxy. There's billions of Earth-like planets alone. And they got you believing goofy ass shit. You're the only person. The hell you are. You ain't never been the only person.
And then they even got them smaller than Earth, like on Ceres. On Ceres, the planetoid. They say it's a fraction the size of the moon, but it's fucking lights on there. You can see cities and shit from outer space. They want to tell us it's some type of space gas. Bullshit.
So you got to understand. And also not even in. And then we're talking about multi-dimensional. The universe is multi-dimensional. That's just you see. As those that layer on top of layer. Okay, just on we're in the frequency of this Earth. There's other Earths that we can't even see. That's another frequency, other dimension, other frequency, and that's a fact of science. That's a fact of quantum physics. That's a fact.
Yep. So not only dimensionally speaking, not only dimensionally speaking, now Earth's right here on different vibratory frequencies that we cannot contact and touch, but there's planets out of space that are invisible to telescopes that you can see right through them because they're
Oh yeah,
vibrating at a level that we can't even fucking see them like that.
I can't see. That's true. That's true. That's some parts of the universe we can't see because it vibrates at maybe too high a level or too low a level that we cannot pick them up on our instrument of infrared or whatever spectrum whatever color spectrum we're looking at it. You know, that's another fact because until they got more technical and able to beam at higher frequency, they start seeing more planets. They're like, damn, like damn, what planets did we thought were just in this galaxy when they were able to look in a different vibratory rate.
And
So
speaking of
you got
vibratory
to
rates,
understand.
Keith, have you heard of the Hawk, the HAUC?
Nah, HAUC, the Hulk. Nah, what is it?
That's this new vessel that the Navy has made, and they done came out with it. It's it's kind of like a hybrid vehicle, but basically what it does is the vehicle matches the vibratory rate of the vector or the medium that it's traveling through, so it has no friction, no resistance. It can go through
Resistance.
water, it can
Yeah.
go through air, it can go through space. So by changing its vibratory rate, for example, this is what would happen if you were to change your vibratory rate to the table that you're let's say you're sitting at the table and you got your
Yeah,
hands
you
and
become
your elbow, you can go right through the fucking table
you
if
go
you
through the
match the
table. You
vibratory.
go. I'm about to say you go through the bitch. Exactly.
Yeah,
You
this
go
is the
through it.
Navy has already has this technology out right now. This is the type of shit our ancestors were able to do. When you read in the Bible,
Yeah.
hearing about angels walking through doors and shit, this is what they did. They was able to match the
Yeah.
vibratory rate of that solid object.
Exactly right. You better match it better. And so since we don't know how to do that no more, that's how you can. So when you're able to, that's how you can walk into an avatar and assume because you can match. As I told you, all crackers ain't bad because you got some black beings housing some of these crackers trying to help. You don't know who they are though. You don't know who the hell they are. You just gotta feel their vibratory, how they vibing with you. Are they wicked? But I can't stay around them long enough to find out where they wicked. I'm too scared. Hey, this motherfucker might be do me in. So you got. I know this sounds crazy to the mind. You guys can't. If you know science, this is all real. That's why I told you when I did that show, when I showed you guys the doppelgangers, where they told you all these entertainers are clones. They just house vibrations. While you got a complete copy of them 100 years ago, 200 years ago. Brad Pitt, uh, 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 all of them, all of them. Queen Latifah, Tom Cruise. I was Spike to I pull them up. They pull up all the Hollywood the doppelgangers. The exact identical twin lived 150 years ago and all this shit. That's not that. They just clone the motherfuckers. How's another low vibrational being in the damn thing? You guys can do is go to Google and say identicals. Well, I did a show over and over again. Identical matches of entertainers, athletes from 150 years ago or from the past, and you'll put up all these pictures of all these motherfuckers that are that are as they call doppelgangers, right? But no, it's just a clone body. They take the person, they clone them again, like they did Barack Obama. Barack Obama is a clone of Akhenaten. Michelle Obama is a clone of Queen T. That's why you put their faces together side by side. It's an exact match. Exact.
And they got us thinking that this shit can't be done. They've already been cloning animals. If they can clone a
They've been
damn
cloned
sheep,
animals.
yeah, if they can clone an
But
animal,
but
what stops them from cloning the person?
But cloning goes back hundreds of thousands years. We just don't know. We don't, because I told they got control of the world now. You've been told lies. You know they cloned the damn Lucy, that damn sheep, way back 30 years ago, and Bill Clinton was on. We're gonna stop here. We're not gonna clone people. You out your fucking mind. Sitting here to
And
tell
if
you when
you,
Bill Clinton came out with this. This is 30 years later. But the technology's older than fucking 30 years. Go
yeah,
ahead, Joe.
because Thoth had that's why they called him the Trice lived. He lived 3 times because he had a clone where he would download his essence back into it after the body got old.
That's what I was saying. Because they could they all do this, not just Zoe. Exactly. That's your history. Exactly right, Zoe. Damn, is my phone dying? Am I out of power? Damn. Hold on. I gotta do this. Hold on. Hold on. My phone.
I saw where you were saying about blood, Moms Davis, in the body. Blood is actually black before air hits it. I've seen people lose a large amount of blood, and the same thing for animals. If you ever kill an animal and harvest it, clean it out, the organ blood and the blood that's in the body that's deep in there, that blood is black. It looks almost like tar. But once the oxygen hits it and it starts to oxidize, then it turns like a reddish color and it gets lighter and lighter, and then eventually, it starts drying out and it turns brown. But initially, blood is black in the body.
Let me know if you can hear me now.
I can hear you.
All right, my damn voice is gone. Yeah, but that's exactly. But that's what I was talking about. It's not just him. He's part of the damn series. It's not just his ass. But all they can walk. They can take their energy and put into other avatars. And what they would do is, if you know anything about how your cells actually work, I told you about sun gazing and being part of, they call it the Brooklyn currents, you can revitalize your cells. That's what I tell you to goddamn sun gaze. That's why I tell you to do that. That's why they know they're trying to stop the sun and blot it out. And what 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 he would do, he would leave his body, and since you would take the magnetic field and the light doesn't go through rocks, but the rocks capture that energy. And if you get between that field, you can revive your damn cells. You can live as long as you want to too in this existence. But he would do that, or something. Just say no, let that avatar die and go into another avatar. But that's how you know when you're able to manipulate. He's advanced enough to manipulate the frequency. So that's what you got going on here. You got those, what you call those Hermes. We told you about the laws of the universe, your hermetic codes, mentalism, laws of cause and effect, laws of correspondence, laws of polarity, laws of rhythm, laws of gender. What's the other one? Six. Let's say polarity. There's 7 of them. I forgot the other. I know I'm eating too much. The other 2, damn it. Cause and effect, polarity, um, 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 laws
Vibration.
of course. I forgot the other 2. Oh yeah, vibration. Damn, the laws of vibration. Yeah, damn. One of the main ones, the laws of frequency and vibration. Yeah, everything. Duh. One of the main ones. Oh shit. Laws of vibration. One of the main ones. How about that shit? I forgot. Huh?
I was just saying, I had read where if all of the space was removed between our atoms, that everybody on this planet all 7 billion plus of us, if the space between our atoms was removed, we would all fit on a sugar cube. So that shows you how holographic this reality really is.
So, check what you guys can't say that. What you guys think? Yeah, I said frequently. I said frequently. I'm missing one. Damn. Mentalism, frequency, poles, gender, laws of correspondence, laws of cause and effect. That's 6. I forgot one. That's what I'm still missing. Can't believe I can't believe it. I'm going to revoke my teaching license right here.
It's mentalism,
Yeah.
correspondence, vibration,
Yeah.
polarity,
Yeah.
rhythm,
Polarity,
cause and effect,
rhythm, I said
gender.
gender, polarity, right?
That's 7 right
And
there.
polarity. Okay,
Yep.
that must be counting. I said rhythm. I didn't get right. It's the main one. What's the vibration? So, all right. So, when you understand how these laws, and these are laws of the universe, this universal law, not what the white man or these Indians want to make up. These are universal laws that the all created when he created the universe. Laws of rhythm. That's why we go get cosmic sleep, because we're connected to the rhythm of our solar system, which is a binary system. Unlike these other people who are not rhythmic within the connection of this existence.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Zoe.
So what Keith is talking about is about us being connected. Another word for that is quantum entanglement. We're quantumly
Yeah.
entangled with the universe and with the creator. So what these
Yeah.
hybrids are trying to do with this vaccine, they're trying to get us quantumly entangled with something that is not natural, that is not of the universe.
Exactly.
They're trying to
Exactly.
separate us from the all.
Exactly. Exactly. And I don't understand, if we're separated like that, how are they going to feed off us if they completely separate us? I'm still trying to figure it out. That plan seems stupid to me. Because maybe we'll still be connected, but we're being in lockdown, I guess. I'm trying to figure this shit out.
I think they just want to make sure that we're in the same damn condition that they're in. As long as we're not connected, just like they're not connected, that's what their main goal is. They don't want no one to have that salvation that they don't have.
Oh, you think it's just spite now, maybe?
Exactly. Misery likes company. They want us to be in the same boat as them.
But I'm thinking, okay, not even them, because they're not even the arbiter. They're not the ones driving this boat. Then what's this motherfucker? Okay, I already know he wants to rule this galaxy. What about the other? Okay, I get that. What's his motivation? Because there's got to be some retribution eventually coming down on him, because the laws of cause and effect. And they know these laws, but they say there are ways that we don't know how to transcend these laws of cause and effect. When you tell people about things you're going to do to them, and they don't accept them, that's not your fault. It's not your fault they're stupid. They say it's not your fault, because they told you they were going to vaccinate you. They told you they're going to give you the mark of the beast and not to take it. So I'm saying, what's going to happen to this damn wicked motherfucker who put all this shit in action? Because it is to wipe us out. Whole thing is to make sure you don't get back into the universe.
That's something that I've been thinking about too, Keith, because when these people die and reincarnate, is it possible being that time is perpetual and there is no past, present, or future, is it possible that you could die and reincarnate back into slavery times?
But it says like a time loop. So I don't know. You might be because you're right. There's no time is only within this existence, right? Within the three, within within the material existence, because you can't measure time outside of the physical, because there's no such thing. Exactly, no such thing as present, past, and future, because it's all one. Because there's no such thing as death. So yeah, you could, because you wouldn't know, because your mind is wiped clean. You wouldn't know you lived in 2021. Next you know you're a slave back in 1822, getting beat across your face. kick that guy. It's all good question.
What if all those slave inventors were people from this time or the future that reincarnated back into the past? That's fucked up.
But that could be. You can remember quantum physics told you everything is happening now. Everything is the now. There's no really is no past, future, present. Everything's happening in the now. And so it's hard for us to wrap our minds around that shit. But I mean everything's happening now. Yeah. Everything's happening. Motherfuckers are in Kimmy right now building shit. Motherfuckers are getting whipped upside the head now. So we go further and further down the rabbit hole. And I always say try to meditate for guidance. Clean out your system, fast, and then meditate for understanding. Because the shit gets, you learn more, you got more shit to learn. You learn some more, there's more shit. You're like, God damn, why can't I just know all of it? Damn. Like this information's never ended. And then I say, well, how did I, and I always get mad, how did I end up one of the motherfuckers stuck down in this shit? I'll be one of the motherfuckers stuck down here and shit. Oh man, how the hell somebody ensnared my ass down here? And how many lives have I been here? Because now Doth is right with this. You don't accumulate enough lives to learn what's going on. And that's why they shorten your lifespans, have you to reincarnate. You don't live like 100 years. You don't have enough time with the system that they set up to acquire the knowledge to break free of this existence. Well, that makes sense. It wouldn't be a prison if they gave you enough time to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, on the second chromosome, they fuse the telomere ends. The telomeres are where your body regenerates your DNA at a certain age. They said that like 200,000 years ago is when they did a genetic mutation to fuse those telomeres to where we couldn't live thousands of years anymore.
Yeah, exactly. They stopped it. They changed it. They took away the other because it's supposed to be the other part going up. They singed it off. That was supposed to be Thoth's ass doing what Yahweh wanted to do before they started the intergalactic fight. That was Thoth doing what Yahweh told his ass to do. Say, I don't want these motherfuckers here to come back and be lived there, get knowledge and blah blah blah. And so you're right, so exactly. And anybody looks at our DNA knows it's been genetically modified, so that the body will die and you'll just keep coming back. Because you should be living forever. I told you that even the body should live forever, regenerate itself. But they made sure you won't regenerate. That you'll keep coming back as a baby, not knowing shit, your mind getting wiped clean. So I always say even those of them are not innocent in this shit either. You got a whole group of motherfuckers that have really done some bullshit.
Yeah, really, it's synonymous to you're 18 years old, Your parents went out of town and left you at home. You have no supervision, so you acting a fool because nobody's there to tell you what to do. That's what they really did when they started interacting with us in this dimension, on this planet. They had no supervision. They were superior intellectually and technologically, so they did a bunch of shit they were supposed to do, fucking up.
Exactly right. And then they start warring one another. Then one want to be worshipped as a god. The other one did realize they wanted to bring you to enlightenment and then get you out of here, to have you raised spiritually. The other one said, fuck all that. United with that entity, like I told you, what you call the Yaldabaoth or Ogun. Other one united with that motherfucker. They said, well, if you help me get rulership of this galaxy, I'll help you keep these motherfuckers enslaved where they will constantly feed you because you're unplugged from the all. You're unplugged from the galactic core. You don't get energy from the all. So I'll keep your ass alive. And he said, yes, that's why everything got these blood sacrifices. That's why these civilizations will always go into blood rituals all the time.
But okay,
your Aztecs, your Mayans, your Christians, all this shit. Go ahead, so.
The Yaldabaoth or whatever, that's not a physical entity like Thoth and them was, or is it?
Yeah, because it's a quasar. It's a small universe, so it is physical and it just slid in the it's out there. You can actually see it. Yeah, it's a real, because what happened is, he said when he first started creating the universe, it started creating what they call the celestial beings. Celestial beings are galaxies. When you look up in empty space, that's nothing but what? That's like water, like the ocean, right? Because the first element is hydrogen. On your periodic table is hydrogen. So that's like the ocean. So when they all created these celestial beings, one of them jumped out of the birthing chamber and took his placenta and didn't wait for its other half. You must have male and female together to start creating energy. So it started creating, which is also with its own placenta. So it was causing incest and throwing up the energetic core of this one galaxy. And so what they all did, it was cut off the placenta, which is our sun, and it cut off Ogun or Yaldabaoth from the energy, because the energy was corrupted. It was corrupted. So what they all did, it reconnected our sun. Well, what it did, it said it sacrificed another galaxy and created humans, light beings, us light beings. You gotta go back, read the doctrines from Kemet to the Dogon. It sacrificed a galaxy and created human light forms with it. It created light beings. And so what it was going to do, it reconnected our sun back to Sirius, and Sirius connected back to the galactic core to give it energy. And then it sent us as light beings to the planet to restore the energy. That's why you're called the Elohim.
So let me ask you this, King. So when you said that it sacrificed the galaxy, because I've also read that the Milky Way is actually more than one galaxy. It cannibalized another galaxy to be the present galaxy that we have. So
when it cannibalize, it doesn't cannibalize. It just means one galaxy and another galaxy come together. They get
okay.
like if you put up you got giant galaxies out there like Lanakia, and I had to pull them back up again. So like we get a lot of, because it's all connected.
Well, could that be the galaxy that referring to the galaxy that was sacrificed to so that we
No,
could come and
no.
okay.
The complete galaxy was sacrificed. It's us. That's the light from the galaxy. It said it sacrificed. It unplugged. It said all pulled it out of space, out of its celestial waters, cut the umbilical cord, which is the Brooklyn current. Brooklyn cut its cord, and then created light beams, which is us, and sent us down the Brooklyn current, the Brooklyn the Brooklyn whatever you call the shit, the current thing, the web, the Brooklyn current sent us down and through the current to reestablish this part of the galaxy. So that's why we were etheric beings when we got here. That's why, everybody with woolly hair, you come from the galaxy. Woolly hair, here's woolly. You come from the galaxy, from light, from electric, while your hair is woolly. So the all sent us through the Brooklyn current as light beams. So that means that the earth was in a higher vibrational pattern at that time. So what happened is, I don't know when fucking Yahweh and them show up, but somehow there's some kind of war going that sunk us from Etherico 10. How we got trapped.
Well,
and that,
what I do know about that. Well, I'm saying what I've heard is whenever light slows down, it condenses into solid mass. So
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You was talking about the earth being at a higher vibration. Obviously, the vibration slowed down and lowered to become more solid, like what we are.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So who lowered the fucking vibration? Was it Ogun? Ogun lowered the shit on our ass? Was it Yahweh? Who lowered the shit? Well, no. Who lowered the shit? We didn't decide to lower the shit and be fucked up in a reincarnation state.
Is that part of the Yuga cycle? Is that part of the natural Yuga cycle, the slowing down and speeding up?
I think, but even though we speed up and slow, I think that's before we got to that cycle. I don't think that was even formed yet. I don't think we're in original binary stars, even though we go up and down, in that cycle. I think it's way, I don't know how long that cycle is, you're right. I don't know how many billions of years that shit's been. That could be it, but no, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know the answer.
Also, that as we're progressing along here, that we're going, and the energetic level in this solar system is increasing. We're going from the third to the fifth dimension, and once we get into the fifth dimension, time really starts to blur as far as the past, the present, and the future. It stops existing like that.
Yeah, but do we have enough energy to break? Okay, that's true too. Okay, and that's a fact. But obviously, why didn't we break free the last time we was up around this bitch then? And the time before that, how we still here? In a higher dimension, why we not breaking this goddamn magnetic field of the solar system then?
Or is it a unlimited supply of motherfuckers getting trapped into this soul trap? And we had our ancestors or whoever prior to us were able to escape, but we just the latest victims of this bullshit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is we keep coming here because a lot of them, they talked about them escaping. Some come back to help. Other people get out of here. That's what I'm saying. Are we unwitting? We come out just like maybe to look at the shit and get caught. We just, hey, what's going on this part of the damn galaxy? And we get thrown into a body and shit. Is that what happens? Because I don't want to think I've been around 3 or 4 times. Because you're right. Because every time we go back, the energy goes higher, we should vibrate no matter what. High enough to break the magnetic field and get out of here. You're right.
Shit, now you got me wondering now, Keith, are we trapped here until the vibratory frequency reaches high enough to where we can actually escape? So it's only once every 15,000 years or 25,000 years we can actually get out of here. So we're stuck for 25,000 years.
I was thinking about that too. I said,
that's fucked up.
I thought about it. I said, damn, you only got like a small window when you go back up where you're supposed to get out. If you don't, you fuck. I said, that's what I thought about that too. So much things to consider. It's fucking crazy. So
hell yeah. And the thing is the motherfuckers that actually had the knowledge that we need, it's up under the Vatican some damn well.
Yep. Under the Vatican, while they playing good cop, bad cop, you think they're the ones bringing up demons. They like we exercising the demons. You don't know these are motherfuckers that brought the demons on your ass. You drinking blood and eating bodies. These are satanic rituals that you're doing. And now I understand why every major civilization led finally into sacrifice, because Yahweh would come in and change the civilization. That everybody was always throwing somebody off a ledge, blood rituals, sacrificing the motherfucker. I said, why is this shit always descend into hell and sacrificing the motherfucker? But now I know the reason, to feed that damn thing, to give it energy. And the blood you needed, that would bring up the low vibrational beings to house in these goddamn avatars. This shit's some real wicked shit. And when you say this, you sound crazy, but scientifically, this is all factual. And they know that's the reason why they don't want Meghan Markle and their family. Why they want to keep their genetic pools, why they would fuck, but interbreeding, intermarrying up there from Russia to damn England to France, France to Spain, Spain back over to Italy, Italy to Germany. They needed that blood type, so a low vibrational entity from a lower dimension could house itself within that avatar without a problem. Because white people without melanin cannot synthesize light. So that means they cannot vibrate higher. That's why I needed a cracker or an Asian body to house these wicked ass things up in. It's like, and like Zoe said, if we could see, without the material, world, right, we would know, man, that's a wicked ass demon. We don't got them red goggles on. So we think it's a human being, and we're like, oh man, these people are fucked up. But they're not people. They're low vibrational beings. That's the reason why they stealing kids. They at an ultra level now because the laboratory rates change. They sacrificing these children. I'm saying, ain't this Yahweh motherfucker ever gonna pay a price? All this wicked ass shit he done created with this Ogun thing. The Ogun thing had just died. He's mostly just being used by the higher being, which is Yahweh has, or Enlil. He's got so many different names. Enlil, Yahweh, Joe, whatever you call this goddamn thing. And he is what the funny part, what white people will call, he is a Negro. He is black. The motherfucker that's fucking us up is black. Now he can manifest his body into a white person because he can, as Zoe was saying, he can manipulate his frequency. So he can manifest inside a white body or Asian body. But the sad fact, the motherfucker is here walking amongst us, and you don't even know. At these motherfuckers that you think they're walking in these fucking bodies, and you don't even know. You be talking to motherfucking, you on the bus, hey man, what's going on? You don't even know you're talking to fucking Enlil lands. That's what makes it even worse. Or Jehovah, whatever the hell. Because they can house themselves in these bodies. And that's why you hear the white people now being abducted, talking about their whole consciousness was lifted out of their avatar and put in these goddamn gray aliens. Because that's what he created these crackers and Asians from. Not just the animals, but from these gray aliens as well. That's the genetics. With the big ass head. That's the octopus head these motherfuckers got. They said the Ogun energy, which he used the Ogun energy, which is spiritual again, is reptilian at nature. It's a reptile. It's a lower reptile energy. Like mother, so when you take off the avatar of this fucking gray, and inside it looks like a reptile. What they call the reptilians. I just think that shit was crazy. The reptilians. Think you talking about crazy shit you talking about. But it's a reptile energy. And that's what the ancestors said. I said, oh, motherfucking Quato Mupa. About when they kidnapped his ass as well.
Keith, have you ever seen the movie Jupiter Ascending?
I looked at it. I never really think when the motherfucker was riding on that skateboard in space or some shit, right? And they had the reptilians and the shit too. Yeah, that was with the white guy and the white girl. She was like a damn cleaner or something, right? A maid or something.
Yeah, she was like a maid, but she was the true owner of the planet Earth. And then they had the reptilians on there, but they had people that was half hybrid, like half wolf, half human and shit.
And that's until and at that time, so I still didn't have all the information. That came out like in 2012 or some shit.
Yeah, 2015.
And was it
yeah, 2015 is when it came out. Your phone's breaking up now. Yeah, but with regards to that movie, family, that movie and so many other movies, they giving you an insight on what's really going on. Just like in that movie, somebody owned the planet Earth and someone owned the solar system. All of that shit is true. You know how we live in this capitalistic reality. They try to capitalize on every single thing. You hear about these motherfuckers mining asteroids and landing on planets to get gold and shit off of comets. All of this stuff is because some corporation or some person owns what we think is this solar system or aspects of it. So these movies, they're giving you insight on what's really going on around us. We, like I said, on the movie Tenet, we think so much of this stuff is just entertainment when they really giving us a little heads up and showing us a little sneak preview on what's going on in this reality around us. And it's not just entertainment. It's not to just be taken lightly. It's to show you what's really going on the stuff that we take for granted. There's this brother named Billy. What's this brother's name? Billy. I can't remember. He has a website and a platform called Forbidden Knowledge, and it's with the number 4. Billy. Damn. Anyway, You guys should check that out whenever you get a chance. Forbidden Knowledge. I'm trying to think of what his name is. Let me look right here. I can see if I can find it. Damn. I have to look on YouTube. I want y'all to check this dude out because this dude got some good information. Billy Carson. Is it Billy Carson? Yeah, it's Billy Carson. Carson. Billy Carson. Check him out. Y'all get a chance. Some of his information. He has some of the same information we talk about on this platform. This brother has a lot of it on his platform also. I hear you, Keith.
Hear me? Yeah. I don't know who Billy Carson is. Heard Joe Chambers. That name Billy Carson. I never heard of him. But I always judge by some guy. I always judge like what's his name? Diving deeper. If this Billy Carson like the diving deeper guy, and they have all they things trying to placate white people, leave the channel alone because they're never gonna get the truth. These cats, they always to grow on YouTube, they must placate white people and their emotions and their feelings because they're fragile.
He got his own channel. He got his own channel because YouTube was cutting all his shit off too. He was telling he was talking about how like he already said that the Anunnakis were black. The people that you call Anunnaki were black. They the ones who found Kemet and all of that, and built the pyramids from the top down, not from the bottom up. Digitizing. You're still digitizing.
Because you got some digitizing.
Okay, you good now? You good now?
I said, yeah. Everybody call themselves, that's the name that white people have, Anunnaki. These are the father of Anu, who was the father. So, yeah, these individuals, these light beings, which we call them, so you got a family feud going on between Enlil, second-born son, and Enki, the firstborn son. Enlil becomes Jehovah Yahweh. Enki he becomes what you call Lucifer, Satan. You know that to worship him. Christianity, Islam, Muhammad, first started with the Mohammedan shit, Judaism shit, is to worship it. Then he made his brother the Satan figure. Because you got a battle amongst high vibrational beings who are brothers, but also enemies for rulership of this galaxy. And so Yahweh uses the Ogon energy, reptilian energy, to control and destroy whatever Enki's trying to build. That's why you had the whites invade Kemet, first time called the Hyksos, then later on called Alexander. He would come and destroy every civilization that Enki built because his building was about building to spirituality, getting you back to the all. Atlantis, when he first built Atlantis, Lemuria, this is all Enki. Enlil civilization always fucking draped in war and poverty and turbulence and just fucked up. So now he's got control of the planet. Everything's fucked up.
Billy Carson was saying something to the effect that the war between the two brothers was a result of one of them sleeping with human women, and that disgusted.
Well, that was that was Inky. So you don't understand your Inky. That's when you get your Bible. Talking about the guy slept with the daughters of men. He's talking about when Inky slept with his own creation, but he doesn't understand why he did that. I told you why he did that. And Billy, God, I know you don't know it, but listen, you'll come back and now, oh yeah, I got you, ain't got it. What happened was, you got to go back to the beginning of the universe again. The all did what? Okay, to be a complete, you must have masculine and feminine energy. When the all, when Ogu, or you come either Ogu or, like I said, or y'all the bros, whatever name you want. Him either being the feminine half or the masculine half of the galaxy. He started creating what? Off kilter. And with the all taking out of the feminine half, I don't know which half it was. So I think Ogun's the masculine half. And they all picked up the other celestial bits and sacrificed. That was a feminine half. So with this galaxy not having its other half, it made it incomplete. So them, talking about Enlil, Jehovah, and all those other ones, they're incomplete humans. Even though they're humans, they're incomplete because they only have the feminine side of the of that energy when they're created. Because the galaxy wasn't created with both feminine halves. So what Inky understood, he said, motherfucker, I can rule. I can rule. Because he wasn't in mind of rulership. It was going to be Enlil. Enlil is the first, is the choice of Anu. But sad enough, this Inky saying, fuck all that. Fuck all that shit. I don't care if my daddy picked his ass or not. I'm going to rule this bitch. That's how you let you know. Ain't no thing about nobody being perfect and all this old goofy shit you've been told. So what he did is, he took his DNA with his creation DNA, which was here, right? He merged his feminine DNA with masculine DNA of Ogun. Because Ogun energy permeates this existence. So him merging his DNA with their DNA, he made the complete human. So that's the reason why Yahweh's trying to kill your ass. Because if you make it past this existence and get out into the galaxy, boom, everything comes online for black people. You are the complete human. That means you have rulership. All these powers that you don't know. Come on. It's trying to kill you. Now it's the last just
You're digitizing, Keith. Real bad. Say something now. It sounds like it's coming through.
I'm digitizing.
You good now.
If you get this vaccination, you're done. It's him finally wiping your motherfucking ass out. because he's afraid that, like Zoe said, you're gonna get up here, you're gonna be able to get the fuck out of here. So it must be an existence where some people do get trapped here and get out. If you get out, whoever gets out, as a Black American, you got the bloodlines of both nomos in you. So like I showed you, when you look at Kemet, and I showed you the guys about 6-7 months ago, when you look at Kemet, see, our faces are what? Our faces are not completely centered. Our left and our right are different because we have both feminine and masculine energy. Where our faces are what? Asymmetric. When you look at the first statues of Kemet, they are symmetric with those and all these other individuals. They're symmetric. Because they only got one genetics in them, the female or the masculine.
Hold on. Let me comment on what you just said. So the human brain and human eyes, they perceive symmetry as perfection, as beauty. So when you hear in the Bible, they talk about these angels being beautiful and all of that. If these angels are the same as as Thoth in them, like Keith was talking about. That's why they was described as, like in Sodom and Gomorrah. They talk about the beautiful men that went with him, that went to his, I don't know if it was Lot or whoever house they went to, and the crowd wanted to have sex with the men, and he was like, y'all can have sex with my daughter instead, but the crowd wanted to sodomize the men instead. They were talking about that's what destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, but just not even talking about the biblical aspects of it, but just saying how beautiful they were, and you just saying that symmetry, that connects it all right there.
Yeah, I hear you, good brother. I didn't think about that. Yeah, so their faces were symmetric. Our faces are what? Asymmetric, because we have both nomos in us. We have both nomos. Their faces are symmetric. We are asymmetric. Our right is not.
You back breaking up, Keith, because you're dropping real shit. They fucking up. They don't want us to hear what you're saying. All right, say you coming in clear now. I think I can hear your background better.
Oh, you hear me? Yeah. So you are asymmetric. You are the complete. You have both galaxies in you. You have both nomos. You have the female nomo and the masculine nomo. So you are the complete human being. Not you have both. So if you break this existence, you become the leaders of this galaxy. And he's not trying to share rule with your ass. He's not trying to share rule with you. And so he's got his minions who he created, these Illuminati, these Jesuits, to now wipe you out. Because you're getting too close to the rate and you motherfuckers breaking through. And I gotta wipe you out.
You know, something that I saw in the movie Jupiter Ascending, and something I keep
gotta look at that shit
and
again.
check it out, man.
I gotta look at that shit.
Something, but see, those people, they belong to different houses, right? So in that movie, but the same thing is true in reality. We hear about House Roosevelt or all these different houses and the Rothschild house and all this and all that, right?
Yep.
What house do we belong to? If we are royalty, what house? See, this is the knowledge that they've taken away from us that we need to know. We need to know what house we belong to.
Right. Well, and the reason why we say these houses come from the civilization of Sirius, talking about these houses. Because Enki and Enlil come from different houses. Even though they got the same father, they don't have the same mother. So that's the reason why you got the war going on, because Enki his mama was a concubine. Enlil's mother was royal. His mother's a royal blood, and his father, of course, is a royal blood. It's the king. Inky, mother is not a royal blood. She's a concubine.
So and another thing, when you watch that movie, Keith, they would harvest planets, right? They would kill all the life on the planet because the people on these ships or whatever, they could live for thousands of years, but they would take the life off the planet and then they would ingest it, so they would get the life force from all these people, and then they would extend their own life, which is like these motherfuckers do right now.
That's exactly what it is. I now remember the reptilians and the reptilians was they goon force. That was their goon force.
Exactly.
Yeah, they showing you exactly what's going on here. They gotta show you. Now whether you believe it or not, you know, this is some science fiction shit. The hell it is.
I was sitting there watching that movie with one of my homegirls, and I'm trying to tell her how real this shit is. Man, she looking at me like I'm stupid, and then I'm telling her, she talking about how she lining up to get her vaccine in a couple of days. I'm trying to tell her that she don't do that. She telling me I'm in disconnect with reality, and I need to get my mind checked. I'm dead serious.
That's how deep it goes. That's how deep it gets, because we sound the way this in those guys, but we sound crazy. We sound crazy what we're saying. But you can all research that we sound crazy to the regular person who's caught out alive.
Remember in the movie The Matrix, right? Whenever you will be talking about some consciousness, talking about something, some awakening to get people outside of the Matrix, that person you talking to would turn into Agent Smith, right? You know what I'm saying? And try to kill. That's what happened when you try to wake these motherfuckers up. They turn to Agent Smith. They go to looking at you like you're crazy and talking crazy to you.
And all this stuff is easily reached. And I ain't gonna lie, somebody told me, I knew some of this, but somebody told me all this shit 20 years ago. I said, man, you'll go away with me with this crazy ass shit. Reptilians, man, get your ass out of here. I was already saying that because big head scientists, you don't get your ass away from me. White people being created, get out of here. Talking crazy.
Hey, Stacy, you don't know who the wrong people is until they reveal themselves. It's like you think somebody is cool until you touch on the wrong subject and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, imagine Zoe sitting there looking, because you guys go look at that movie, because that big ass reptiles walking around talking and shit, talking about the galaxy. That girl is so like, damn, this shit real for real. You're like, motherfucker crazy. Cause she getting fed, you know, get the vaccination is great. Yeah, you'll be healthy. She's like, you know, she's in a completely different reality than Zoe. And so talking about rocking, walking reptiles, talking and shit. Like
Man, it got to the point where now I just tell people my testimony to what I'm saying is my life. Now, if I drop dead one day over some crazy shit, I guess y'all was right. But if I outlive you, then motherfucker, I was right.
What's over saying this shit right? Oh, girl was side-eyeing his ass grabbing her coat. I gotta get the hell home. I forgot I got some shit I got to do.
Shit, I was at her house. I was at her house. She was about to pick me up at that motherfucker. She got me looking like I was smoking rocks. I might steal her wallet or some shit. I'm like, damn, I know I'm not crazy. Shit. I'm looking at her talking about I know I'm not crazy.
If you guys see the movies I'm talking about, it's got like reptiles walking around talking and shit, being a military force and shit. It's all like, hey man, this some real shit, man. You need to look at what the hell you talking about? Like some like what? But first, that's not really conscious. Doesn't understand science and what's going on. That movie would make you look crazy as hell. So I'm saying, like, what? This motherfucker's insane.
Yeah, and see,
All right, let his ass go through that.
it don't help that, you know, I mean, like in these people's, you know, occupation, she a project manager. She a certified project manager, which it ain't too many minority project managers, especially women, black women that's a project manager. You know what I'm saying? So she swears she up and down know every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell nobody that know every damn thing nothing. Cause shit, I'm one in a million.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm thinking this in a box. Yeah, you're 1 in a million trapped in that box. Exactly. You're 1 in a million up in that damn box of damn nonsense. And, you know, but and this real don't know nothing about that book. Where it came from, what is it, what's in it. So that's the fact. I'm about to go check that dude out. What's his name? Billy what? Billy Coleman?
Billy Carson, like Johnny Carson from the Tonight Show.
Billy Carson. He still got a YouTube channel. Yeah, this got like a website. Billy Carson.
He got a channel. You subscribe to it, but he got some videos on YouTube too, where he on other people's channel.
Billy Carson. I'll look him up. Don't be like, you know, Infinite Waters gets to talk about, but he only says, yes, he's Anunnaki and everybody's the same and love is love. Look out of here.
Oh no, he don't be saying no. Everybody's the same shit.
All right, yeah, because that's what the Infinite Waters dude be saying, and you know he knows if you just study, you know, it leads you to say, damn, this Anunnaki shit is true, because it takes you to the spiritual side, and it just is. It's true. That's what happened. So we're in the middle of a galactic fucking war, and if we get out of here, just ass whipping on this dude shit. That's why he's trying to wipe us out completely or make you part of the singularity. Because how's your consciousness when you die get into one of these damn gray aliens? What they told you is the organ is a non-organic entity. It just got housed consciousness in it that he created. Those which we didn't understand. Those gray aliens, ain't aliens, whatever you want to call it, they work for Enlil. They work for Jehovah. They work for that motherfucker. He created them damn things to make sure this. Everyone's helping them create these fucking hybrids around the fucking planet. And so when they get to singing and black people get to singing, and black people got the highest energy, you giving all this fucking energy to this goddamn thing, to this damn y'all that brought all that energy you giving right to that thing.
And you know what? What if the hybrids was created to be a negative interaction, just so we'll be more energy that we will be able to give back to that thing? Just that much more negative occurrences and strife. It was created to be the antagonist of the story. You know what I'm saying?
I think it was. I think it was. Remember Thothis tell you immortality, they would start creating these white people in Atlantis. And he had to go to the other higher beings, other light beings called the Yeetalins, or even higher than the Anunnakis, who are us would be the Elohim who's been hired and said, could you sink Atlantis so we can, because they started housing these motherfucking brackets with these low vibrational beams. The only way you could see them is through changing of the frequency, change of the sound. And so that's why they sunk Atlantis.
And you know, the antipodal point of Atlantis, you know, in the center of the Bermuda Triangle, the antipodal point is called the Devil's Triangle over there off the coast of Japan, and it has a sunken pyramid over there too. Then there's a bunch of boats go missing and everything, just like happened in the Bermuda Triangle. So it might be a portal connecting the two of them. Those two pyramids, because the capstones are on both of them, and that's what they say caused all those magnetic abnormalities and shit in the Bermuda Triangle.
Okay. Oh shit! Underwater, because they said them and Yahweh started making these crackers. I told you, they started making these things to house. Said the dark Atlantean forces talking about Enlil started making these crackers and housing these fucking low vibrational beings, making these damn avatars of these white people. And so I said, since they were already like me, understand the world works. We just in a thicker dimension, but when you are etherical, you still can see in the other dimensions. So those was in contact with higher dimensional beings than themselves, than itself. And so he went to them and asked them, could they sink fucking Atlantis so we can kill these crackers and release these damn demons so they can go back to their dimension. He showed you he opened up a vortex once they sent us where they can take these low vibrational beings back down to their dimension. And so that's why I said, well, that was the first time they did it. Yahweh did it again. That's these white people you see around here now. Because that was all hundreds of thousands of years ago with Atlantis. That's 400,000 years ago. Create these crackers, and they had to wipe them out.
So you fast forward to modern day, and they using CERN to open portals to allow more lower vibrational entities here into this dimension.
Yep. They're doing that to make sure it doesn't rise. They try to make it as hellish as possible to stop the vibrational rate of this thing going up. This is a war. And when you tell people that, and this is a fact why CERN was created. I ain't gonna argue with nobody about CERN. CERN exists, whether you believe it or not. CERN is where they crash in smaller particles against other particles to open portals to other dimensions. Because they got all the papers that from us, all the ancient papers they got out. And that's what CERN is created to do. Smash it, open up portals to bring in these low vibrational, and people have seen them. That white lady had a damn thing that you showed me, so she know what the hell is going on. I forgot that white lady name you said.
Gina Corvino, whatever. Her ass about to have a nervous breakdown right now. Them things, they're attacking her. She under spiritual attack. I ain't lying.
Shit.
Pay for me. Pay for me, people. Pay for me.
What happened? No, what happened? I got to tell you what happened. What happened to her?
She talking about how she can't sleep and she feels like she's being attacked and she getting smothered when she closes her eyes and all kind of shit going on.
Oh, she probably is. She probably is. That's real. Look, see, y'all think these things are jokes. That lady's showing you, especially a white woman, She's showing too much real pertinent information. Those portals are real. Because shit was over, shared with me. The portal was over, a low vibrational being coming. It was. She's on, because they go to head family. That's a head. That's not no Rachel. That's a head sticking out of that portal. You're damn right it was. And so they're trying to make it more hellish, right? Like, and black people, if you guys are drinking and smoking, it fucks up your aura field. See, this stuff you ain't been taught. When you drinking and smoking and all that shit, it's going to lower your vibrational rate. So they're letting a lot of these demons in to try to, it's harder for them because you're melanated. But if you destroy your own aura field, one of these things can house in your ass. And that's what they're trying to do. All these
Exactly.
fucking low vibrational beings in this bitch.
That's why alcohol is called spirits. It really is.
Called spirit. But those that's exactly right. That's true. I didn't know why, but that is. Because that lowers your vibrational field and other entities can house themselves on you at that time. They know why they were calling that shit spirits. You start. I never knew why. Okay. All right.
It's the same reason. Shit. Like if you're eating food, let's say you eating meat and it's coming from cow. Like let's say you don't eat pork, you eating beef. You're gonna eat a hamburger. Okay, it's a beef burger, 100% beef burger, no soybean. But that burger you're eating is composed of hundreds of cows, not just one, because they grind all that meat up and they mix it in a vat. But each one of those cows suffered a horrible death. They didn't live no hospitable life. They didn't live a nice life like your goldfish. Them motherfuckers seen the people around them getting killed. They seen they brothers and sisters. They got pulled from their mama at a young age. All that, and so all that negativeness you eat, and then you take that vibration in, and we're trying to manifest within this reality, and we're wondering why shit ain't coming out right.
Exactly right.
On top of drinking liquor.
The diet is just as important. The diet is just as important. You've been eating the European diet of blood. You've been eating blood and burgers and all that shit. But we didn't know. We didn't understand this. No one's ever taught us this shit. Everybody never taught this shit. When you do, that's why you ever notice everybody in the church is all fat and funky and shit. Talking about being righteous, being with being with God. Everybody's all fucking fat, sloppy. Damn, they can't breathe in that bitch.
Better yet, how many times have y'all ever went to a funeral? Somebody that died from diabetes complications or some type of cancer, some shit that directly is related to them eating bullshit, drinking bullshit, or smoking bullshit. And as you're sitting there at the funeral, after the funeral, you guys go to a house and eat the same shit that killed that person that was in the funeral. You eating the same shit. She sure loved your dressing.
we on autopilot to be fucked up. It's just now on autopilot. And if you say, we need to change, people start looking at you crazy again. Hey man, we need to change the black diet. This food is not soul food. It destroys our soul. We can't be eating this shit. Man, you crazy. Talking crazy around here. Trying to be some kind of health nut. I'm going to eat me some good food.
Yeah, man. I know folks that say stupid shit like, I don't eat pork, but I love me some bacon. Like, motherfucking bacon is pork. What the fuck is he talking about?
Bacon is pork.
I mean ham. I don't eat ham. I don't eat pork roast, pork shoulder, but I like bacon.
Pork roast, pork shoulder. Man, Fam, I'm gonna wrap this up. My damn thing about it. I'm at 9% on my damn. My phone already went dead. Almost 3 hours. But this stuff we gotta start talking about again. Um, and like I said, and if we get real deep, YouTube will take this down. Why? If this is crackpot shit, why did they take it down? Why did they take down the channel?
And I was thinking about that the other day, Keith. If we had a video that said eating bubble gum every day for dinner will eventually kill you from malnourishment, they wouldn't have a problem with that. But if we talked about the shot with specific facts too, it'll come down. So that lets you know there's certain information they just don't want out there. Period, point blank, no matter how true it may be.
Exactly. Not about the truth, but it's too true because some people this information will start it's a resonance, it's a frequency again, and we're gonna hit it's gonna hit different. And some people are gonna wake up. A lot of people will start waking up. Like I said, 20 years ago, this shit all sounded crazy to me. Except for the fake white Jesus, but oh shit, reptile. I'm laughing. I would love to have been a fly on the wall with Zoe and that woman looking at that movie.
Man, the more people I meet, the more people I be like, I'm cool. I'm cool. You go keep your silly ass on over there then.
Okay, because and don't say you're the chosen ones. People not gonna get this. I guess I said, well, most of us is gonna die. Most people are not gonna get this.
Stacy said it sounded like a cat purring from your phone.
Sound like a what now? She said, what now? What about my phone?
It sounded like a cat purring.
Oh shit! But that's why I'm gonna start this. I gotta start. I always say I'm gonna do it. Don't never do. I'm gonna start putting one of these things up put up on Patreon. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna do it on the network. For free. Then if you don't catch it on the network, you have to pay at least $20 a month to watch. I'm gonna put at least 1 or 2 videos up every week. Get this information back up there. We used to have all this catalog. Doesn't mean so we lost every channel got taken down, lost all that information, all them damn videos. I'll tell you, yeah, man, go back and check out that video. I don't got none of that shit. Gotta redo all these damn videos again. All this information.
And the crazy part is half of the shit we can't even remember what we.
5 years ago, I wasn't even really hip to the reptile shit. The reptile, man, get out of here with that crazy shit. A certain energy. Man, get out of here talking that crazy shit. But that's why we're not allowed to know nothing the truth. He says a joke of the year. We're not allowed to know any of this truth. So, it's just we grow as human beings. Like I said, just 30 years ago in college, when them goopy NOI cats in the country, oh man, the white man's created by a big-headed alien. Like, what? I used to laugh my ass off, man. You don't get away with me talking that crazy shit. Who the hell you think you're talking to?
And it made me wonder, like, can you? It made me wonder. Does
people are created?
I don't
That's
think
a fact.
If
you don't got woolly hair, you don't come directly from the ether. That's why your head's woolly. Why it's electric and holds electric charges. Because you came exactly from what people call the ether on that Brooklyn
Y'all,
current.
do y'all hear me? Or y'all just hear Keith? Because I don't think Keith can hear me. Keith, can you hear me? No, he can't hear me.
You got two black cats. And that's that old goo energy. Look at your black cats. Look in your cat's eyes and tell me, do they got the slit down their eye? Now I went to that a couple years ago. That's the Ogu energy of them being created here. That's the slit in the eyes. Stacy, do your cats have slit in their eyes? Your cats have slits? That's the energy of being created of these entities being created here on the planet. Like I said, there's no honest actors with any of these any of these entities. There's no all good and all bad with none of these bastards. So I go check out this Billy Carson that so said. Check out because he's right about them being, he's not really, he wasn't, they were upset because as those talking about houses, he was saying that they were too, as beings, too more advanced to be sharing their genetics with the lowly individuals here. So
I can hear him. He just can't hear me.
the hybrids that he created here. So I don't know if he's talking about the individuals that were here when he got here or what. Shit comes confusing.
When
But
that cat
as Zoe
stopped
said,
purring, he
it's a
couldn't
thing
hear me
about
no more.
royalty and bloodline. All that shit exists in the galaxy.
That cat got mad and made it where he
Yeah,
can't
they
hear
do.
me.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's that Ogun energy, or Yalda Broth energy. Cat eyes, the eyes, the slit in the eyes. That's what the Greys would have behind their slits in their eyes. I'm gonna show that again, but on the network. Like when you see these guys, they say that when you see them shape shift, it's not them shape shifting, it's the vibrational rate changing, and you can see the fucking demon or low vibrational being sitting in the avatar. And a lot of these digital cameras are picking it up. These digital cameras are able to pick up the frequency change. And so, because you can't be, oh, these are image tricks. These are tricks. They no damn tricks. That's what the digital camera picked up. Motherfuckers going in and out of frequency. And so if we understand one of the laws of the universe is vibration and frequency. That's a fact. Not my fact. That's a scientific fact. Everything vibrates. Everything moves. Everything has a vibrational resonance. Things resonate at certain frequencies. These are facts. We weren't taught this in school unless you took advanced science, advanced quantum physics. You should know that now. That's a fact.
Good looking, Unsunken.
What was turn the word, Light Bearer? Oh, your cats can see things that you can't see. That's a fact. Animals are able, especially your dog, they're hearing. Your dogs can hear interdimensionally. Your animals can see, have better sight than us. So they can see things around you. There are things around you that you can't see. They're just out of frequency. They're all around us. It's a motherfucker might be sitting in this car with my ass. Or whatever. Walking with you just can't see it unless you got those red goggles on. You see nothing. You can't even get those red goggles. I wish I could get my hands on some goddamn red night vision goggles. When they put it on, they seen all kind of demons and shit. It's the U.S. Army. They just start shooting wildly, killing themselves. Hey, I think I lost Zoe. You still there, Zoe?
Yeah, I'm here. You just can't hear me.
I lost Zoe.
I'm here. Look in the chat. They'll tell you I'm here.
Yeah, he's seeing something.
I'm a ghost now, like them dogs and cats be looking at.
It hasn't happened until they get scared. Yeah. I don't know about that library. Somebody got some power. Shit. These motherfuckers ruling this planet now. That's a fact. Yeah, other entities giving these things power. Allow them to be within this dimension. Well, family, let me wrap this up. My damn battery's at 5%. You hear Zoe? Hold on, I don't hear shit. Hold on, let me take Zoe. Zoe?
Yeah, you hear me?
Oh, I hear you now. All right.
I've been talking the whole time. I was like,
hey,
damn.
you know, my battery. I'm at 4%. Shit. No wonder my battery's going out. No wonder I'm like.
So hey, let me ask you this quick. Let me ask you this quick question for your phone dying before you get off of here. With those military, the ones with the red light goggles, so to speak, if they was able at that time to phase shift or change their frequency rate, would they have been able to physically interact with those demons?
Yeah, because remember it looked to another dimension. So yeah, that's why they were scared to death because it was so real. Because it was right there. It was real. Like that captain said, that shit was real. It wasn't an illusion. It just was looking into a vibration, or maybe 2 vibrations lower than us. Like the captain, them things are real. They're right there, and they saw them. Like they said, they can see them. They said that's how you know we've been purposely, our genetics have been purposely manipulated, where we can only see in a small visual spectrum now, because he said that they can see them. They can see them, and then they noticed them seeing them. That's when they said they start attacking their ass. So that means these low vibrational beings can see us. We can't see them, but they can see us. That's why they said whenever you get like you got a spider web on your face and ain't nothing there, that's one of them trying to transmit themselves inside your avatar. Whenever you feel like a spider web on your face, it ain't shit there. You feel like that's that magnetic field. And you wipe your face like, damn, what was that? That's one of these motherfuckers trying to
I've been feeling that. I've been feeling that shit for the last 7 months. Damn.
I know what it is. That's what it is. You're too conscious. Something's trying to inhabit your ass. You doing too much.
I thought I got some alopecia or some shit kicking in. I ain't know what the fuck that shit was.
Can make the disappear from, or I don't think your consciousness can make it disappear, like because you want it to disappear. These things exist. Can't say be gone. That don't work. These things are here. You can't
You
say,
can't you can't call Tyrone for them motherfuckers.
no, the dimension that dimension exists. Unless you all you can get rid of a whole dimension. You can't get rid of that dimension. That dimension is real, like this dimension. It exists. But something been allowed. They've been allowed to lower the vibration rate of this dimension where things can cross over into this dimension. Like I said, that guy told you those things could see them. Those things were real. He said, ain't nobody having a mass uh, um, mass hysteria or mass illusion together.
Light Bearer, I would like to say when you saying that they fear us, I would say if we are in our proper dominion, they fear us. But most people are not in their proper dominion. So it's like, a bear is scared of a person but to a certain degree. But if you go out there doing stupid shit, you're gonna get your ass towed up by a bear. So if you're messing around on the lower dimension doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing, you're gonna be food for everything that's out there on that lower dimension.
I don't think they fear us. I don't think they fear us. They wouldn't be trying to inhabit your body if they feared us. I don't believe they fear us. I don't believe that. They wouldn't be trying
Yeah.
to inhabit this existence and take it over.
And also, like Bearer, I think, and this is just my own personal opinion, but I think more people are possessed than we even know. A lot of people got spirits possessing them, and they don't even know it. It might be
Hell yeah.
the spirit of eating Popeye's chicken all the damn time. But I'm just saying, watching pornography and all this kind of stuff. Those are spirits. You know what I'm saying? So there are people who are addicted to this type of stuff. The spirit of addiction, and now under regular terms, you might think this is a regular dude, but he got a spirit that's possessing him, that's on him, tough. So yeah.
That is true. Why do you think all these damn debaucherous things are now happening? It's trying to make all this shit normalize, this homosexuality, transgender. That's all low vibrational shit. All these weird ass porno sites and having sex with animals. That's low vibrational shit. Everybody's fucking running around sleeping with a dog or a donkey or a rabbit or a cat. Crazy shit. Them snatching up children and sacrificing the child. I don't think they scared of us. Because we don't even know what the fuck is going on. How they scared of us, and most people don't even got a clue how the world even works.
That's why I say we're not in our proper dominion. If we knew who we were and was in true power and in tune and in touch with ourselves, and if your spiritual practice does that for you, like Bearer, that's what's up. I ain't even knocking it. But I'm saying the majority of people, aren't represented by your spiritual practice. The majority of our people are in Southern Christianity, Southern Baptist, whatever, or even Islamic or something. You know what I'm saying? So that's giving your power to a deity outside of yourself. You're praying for
That,
some savior to save you when really you your own savior. Now, if your spirituality practices you being your own savior, then you are empowered, and yeah, you who I'm referring to, somebody in they dominion.
but in their right mind. Oh, my damn nose. Fear us? Nah, they believe they believe they taking over the world. They don't fear us. They're in power in this place for real. They got sacrifices all on TV. They showing you who runs this damn bitch. Shit. All these sacrifices, all these rituals they do now, all in your face, all on TV. They're trying to push this vaccination Shout out to Santos. Black family, if y'all don't fuck with these demon crats, gotta get them back in office because at least you had Texas and Florida said there will be no vaccine passport at all. Told you these right wingers, they're not trying to hear that shit. And the Liberal Party's been taken over by these demons. But both parties are the same, but at least.
And you know my opinion on that is this United States is one continuous organization. So if a part of the organization is saying they're not gonna have something, that means the rest of them gonna eventually fall in line with the same damn thing because they'll lose too much money trying to push that shit ultimately when it come down to it. So it's gonna be a lot of people who done voluntarily put this shit up in them. We're gonna have a whole test subject of people who done got this shit and people who didn't have this shit, and they're gonna be covering it up in the news while jokers is wigging out and turning into mass shooters and all this old other shit. But we gonna know what's really causing them to do it. Nanobots in the brain.
Are they concerned about the money? So they make. I mean, it's the end game. They can't stop. They can't stop the Earth from going to the center of this galaxy and raising vibration. They don't care about no money. that's a illusion. They care about wiping our ass out. So shit, the money is just an illusion. Yahweh and them don't need no damn money. Shit, that's some goofy shit for this system on this planet. It has no meaning in the grand scheme of control of this galaxy and rulership. So I don't know. We just got to be vigilant. Watch the tea leaves. Hey, if you believe that I believe you can keep these things off you by, like I said, eating right, going within. But don't think they're not trying to stop. I'm telling you, whatever you feel, spider web on your face, it's one of them things trying to attach itself to you because they know you conscious. That's a magnetic field. You're like, damn, what the fuck is that on? You ain't nothing on it, but you felt the field. So things are being sent after you. That's a fact. I've been in my house meditating and seen magnetic entities up in that bitch. Like motherfucker. Had to do a double take.
So you saying keep a strong uppercut won't keep him up off of you?
Your uppercut might punch the whole up in your own face and shit. that thing ain't vibrating at the same level you've been knocked all your fucking teeth out your head. Then what happened to you? You're gonna this vibrational being was on my face and shit. What? Oh, hold on. After we fix this dude teeth, take this nigga to the psych ward and shit.
They on me, boss. Oh man, y'all have a good evening. I'm gonna get up out of. We done went over 3 hours. You know YouTube go fuck around here.
But those are real, family. That lady, what's that lady? No, what's that lady's name down again, so I can look at what that lady's name said they after
Marie Corvina.
Marie Corvina. I'm looking at stuff again. But that's real. These beings, these entities are here. If you just can't see them. So with that, family, I'm gonna say much love. That's a fact. The portals are real.
Oh, and turpentine helps repel evil spirits. I want to tell y'all that.
It might do. I don't even know.
It do. That's why you ain't supposed to drink alcohol and fuck with turpentine. It manifests itself as fucking up your liver, but one of them attracts spirits, the other one repels spirits.
Damn, I didn't know that shit.